The
thought you
wires is crossed, bro.
thought you say something more, intellectual about me and Coach being,
The wires is crossed, bro.
I'll go with that one. Then retarded,
That's all. That's all that word means. The R word means.
man.
All the R word means is your wires are crossed.
Damn, man. Where's the people for disability and shit, and handicapped people and shit? I thought we can't say retarded no more.
I don't think you're supposed to say it on YouTube, but you're gonna determine to say it.
Uh,
You're on YouTube. But okay, whatever.
wires crossed. That's what we say now.
Yeah, but that's all it really means is your wires crossed. Don said King looked native too.
Oh my God, how this conversation get here?
Cause Don in the
How the
comments,
fuck I
man.
get into this conversation? But Don, it's funny though, because my grandmother got native in her.
I, I try not to have this conversation publicly, but all of the work that our ancestors did over the hundreds of years here, it's crazy how the internet can unwind hundreds of years of knowledge and work to where the last 30 years, people are starting to talk like this.
Talk like what?
Like where people are talking about what's native or what's not native.
I think you would have to have the definition first of what native is before you could go on into that subject.
When they're talking about native, they're saying that they came or this group of people came before the transatlantic slave trade.
They might have a misunderstanding of what native is then.
I mean, I don't look. I obviously think some black people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some black people very much, right? Some black people very much
I'm listening.
are, some black people very much were not a part of it. Well, not even black people. Some African people or people from the mother continent, again, if you study the history, right? This version of humanity, right, is roughly 70,000 years old. As people migrated, right, from South Africa, right, and then they made their way around when the earth was connected, and they made their way around and they got here, right? Over time, thousands of years, the environment changed people. So yes, the people that got here, right? There were people that came here before 400 years ago that came from Africa. That's what they're referencing when they say native. Or they could be talking about the people who came here, let's say, on the original ships from Africa, from the western coast of Africa on a ship, right? And they came here on the boats before the transatlantic slave trade. So they established settlements here, right? So I think they're referencing natives as that.
Trap. Do you understand what he's saying?
Yeah, I am.
Because in a weird way, I think I could decipher this for people.
Okay, get him. Let's
I
hear
think
it.
I could decipher this for people.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So what you're saying, Mr. Glasses, is this right here. When you have these questions about, black natives and so on and so on, you say that really don't exist because if we go through the history, everyone's DNA is really going to trace back to being black. But the
Not
difference here,
black,
hold
from
on.
South Africa.
Okay, South Africa, but we say blacks come from
No,
Africa.
no, we don't.
So you don't say blacks is
How did
tribe
you
from
go
Africa?
from 17 million?
Hold on. So where blacks come from?
Again, when you say where blacks come from, it's like saying hip hop is black culture.
Okay,
It's
so
a loose
where do the
interpretation
people
of
of
an idea.
color that we consider black here come
Every
from?
every person came from Africa.
Okay.
Every person today.
So you're going to take black out your vocabulary.
No, black is a specific reference to ethnicity. It's a complete experience. It's not as simple as, hey, you know what? Everybody here is black. When we say black, we're specifically speaking on something.
Okay, is it experience or is it has to do with skin color or what? Black experience.
Well, because none of us are black.
Okay.
None of our skin is black.
I agree with you that black don't exist, but as a person, I agree with you there. But for the semantics of everybody else that says black is a color, let's go back to that now.
Well, because none of us would be black if black is a color.
I know, I understand that concept because black isn't a color, but it's a hue. But anyway, the natives part comes up where, like you say, when the white people are the first Europeans that came over here that seen the people that was here before they even created slavery at the time.
They didn't create slavery, but go ahead.
You know, well, I'm gonna say created slavery at the time because that's what most of the people know on this show. If you want to correct it and correct them, go ahead afterwards.
Go ahead.
So when they came over, that native thing is like they was, like you said, they was already to them native of this land. They was already here according to the white Europeans that came.
Sure.
So they was, in their words, they was already native to this land. But like you say,
this is how they got here.
Yeah, you already said how they got here because we know, like you said, the land bridge between Russia and America back up there, you know,
Sure.
in the Bering Strait. We know how that goes. And they walked over here, like you say. And they became known as natives because Europeans came over here and called them natives.
Or racially profiled them as Indians because they had seen nobody over here. They looked like people
Indians
that had migrated from South Africa to India to populate the area that we call India. They thought they looked like them.
I agree with you.
So they misidentified them as Indians. Right? Got it. Cool. So I'm not knocking it. I'm all cool. Like, that's cool. Right? I'm not getting into that. I'm saying it's weird. Then at that point, we're fighting two different battles.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling Don. We're fighting two different battles.
Yeah.
We're fighting a battle over repairing the relationship that this land had with taking advantage of us being shipped here and sold into free work for hundreds of years. That's the fight we're fighting. I'm not fighting that's the fight. Fight is to repair that relationship that this country has with the people that were sold into slavery.
What you mean by that? What's the problem? I mean, like,
that's what repair. That's the fight.
That's what the fight is now, to get something from what happened in the past.
That's how every last thing has happened. That's what happened to native people that were here before, or the Jewish community, people from Jewish people, right? People from Japanese people when they were sent to internment camps. All of the same thing happened. America made efforts to repair the wrong, the misfire.
Okay. And that's becoming a problem now?
It's a problem because if people start to identify as a lot of people try to identify as their native, not that their family eventually started to they started to marry and procreate with people that came here before the transatlantic slave trade. It's to deny the transatlantic slave trade. Like, it's so dangerous. I've seen people say there's no slave ships. They don't understand that America was not like a big player in the transatlantic slave trade. As far as that, they were buyers. They wasn't sellers. They sold people when they got here. But England, you know, the UK, like royalties family were shipping people. Netherlands, all of these European countries, right, were shipping. They were going to Africa and shipping people to the Western world.
That's so funny.
It wasn't America going to Africa to buy people. It was all of those countries that brothers want to visit that had these slaver companies, these transport companies, where they would go buy people from the western coast of Africa and then deliver them to the unpopulated Western world. That's true. That's what happened. So when people keep saying there's no slave ships in America, America wasn't in the slave trading business. They were buying.
See, that's like one of them trick questions and answers things. You know
It's
what
not
I'm
even a
saying?
trick. You have to understand this, because if you're walking around looking for slave ships in America and you can't find them, you don't understand why. This is a big thing. Like, I'm starting to notice a lot of this rhetoric. So it's like trying to get, I don't even like talking about this shit, because some of this shit is just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So yes, there were some people, right, who were here that came from the continent of Africa before the transatlantic slave trade happened. There were people here living here before 1600, 1500. They were here hundreds of years, some thousands of years. We're not debating that.
So what, people think nobody was here until Christopher Columbus came?
We all knew people were here. Again, teaching history. Shout out to white folks. They teach history from a white lens. They don't teach history from a factual lens. They teach history from a white lens. Right? So I understand why.
For the record, now I think the earth is flat.
I'm sure you do.
Do you really?
Tree, they brought more than 330,000 Africans here through slavery. They brought more unless you're talking about the United States of America, and they still brought more people than that. But the point I'm saying is, when you have people saying things, it's easy to get people lost. And then that, like, my question is, if you're native to this land, why do you reference yourself as black?
You got a great point there.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah, you're right. It don't make no sense.
It's even to reference yourself as a black American. That don't make no sense.
So let me ask you something, this question then. So say somebody comes from Africa here and their family produces for the next 200 years. Could they become native to this land?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm saying at that point, if you're accepting America and American ideologies, why the fuck are you referencing yourself as black?
No, I understand what you're saying.
Why not just be American? If you're accepting the ideology, if you have no rebellion, no issues, what is the black for? What is the black for? Why the fuck are you adding something that's like, if you're not accepting the ideology, it doesn't make sense. If you are proud of this country and you don't need to put black in front of it.
Hey, are we on the Clubhouse? Trap, your Clubhouse?
No,
this is
we
getting
not.
real radical.
No, we not. No, we not.
Hey, this is getting real radical.
This ain't radical. This is a conversation happening in the black social media world. This is not outside.
The internet is not real, B. Stop believing that, man. I don't care what them people saying.
I was just trying to get him the name.
Internet not real.
You know, to say the show, so we could get officially
it just
started.
Doesn't make sense.
Internet not real. That's it, man.
It don't make no fucking sense. But it's just going deeper and deeper, and it's fucking annoying. Cause it's black people that know they black, but still, like, bro, stop doing that.
What you
mean? It's not Sherry. Sherry is not real. Sherry.
Now none of these niggas were slaves. Now none of these niggas came from slaves.
No, who said that? No, I haven't heard that one.
I've been hearing that all the time. Shout out to my big homie Ronald. Big cool at the lunch table. No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here, noon Pacific Standard Time. Digital Soapbox and on No Ceilings by Glasses Malone. Yes, great stream. We finna take it up to another level. Glad y'all are here. If you're on Twitter, retweet this link. If you on YouTube, like this post. Tap that screen twice. It has everything to do with it, Ruffian. It has everything to do with it, Ruffian. Everything. Everything.
Okay, now finish what you was going to say now about
right. Hold on, nigga. If you on Facebook, like this post. We do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast. Just dropped a fresh episode. You can listen to the No Ceilings podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcast from. No Ceilings Podcast, executive produced by Charlemagne the God, the Black Effect Network, iHeart. Again, so Sherry, I am not talking about you just only. I just told you, Ronald just told me his family was never slaves. Sherry says her family was never slaves. Don says his family was never slaves.
I'd be curious where they trace their family history to.
I don't know, but
like really?
I don't know.
They just skip a generation, go straight to Africa?
No, Daddy-O, check this out, Daddy-O. It's not because we're all Americans, then white people deserve reparations. You deserve reparations because as an African person, you were sold into slavery and then bought and then forced to work in America. That's the point. But if you're saying you're a Black American, then it defeats the purpose of why you are due reparations. Jesus Christ. And Fatima, I'm trying not to have this conversation. Fatima, because this is something we should be having in private. There is no such thing, DT, as a Caucasian American. They don't reference themselves as white Americans. They just call themselves Americans. It was just Americans. That's it. It was just Americans. What's that?
Coach.
They do not reference themselves. But I don't want to have this conversation
You locked the door?
online.
Yeah.
I don't want to have this conversation online. I'll call my peoples and get on their ass on the phone and in private. So you don't, my point is, I don't want to do this because I understand what
else, Christian?
Brother Tariq is doing. I understand what people are doing, and I don't want to debate that point. I'll just call you niggas on the phone. Like y'all sit here and support the lunch hour. Feel me? I could call y'all on the phone and talk to y'all. This is an in-house conversation. I'm not having this conversation.
Don't call me with that bullshit. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'd rather trust me. I was just on Don ass, man. I be on Sherry ass, Don ass. I be on their ass like, hey, bro. I be on Big Cool ass. I be on their ass. I be on their motherfucking ass. That shit just. No, I be on their ass, nigga.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I'm on their ass. I'm on their fucking ass.
Really mean it. They don't give a fuck about false.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I'm on their ass. So, but I had this conversation privately. I got you, Daddy-O. Shoot me a DM in Twitter. I'm gonna get on you. Welcome back. We're about to start moving the stream officially always over to the No Ceilings by Glasses Malone, the No Ceilings podcast. We are creating some really great content. Got a couple ideas, had a great meeting. And here we are. You know what I mean? We back to it. I thought about something and I saw a really interesting thing. And it was somebody talking to me about Drake fans. Shout out to Drake. Shout out to his fandom, the Aubrey Angels.
Hey, what's that orange thing on the screen?
Which orange thing? Oh yeah, shout out to Michael Love. I meant to do this last week because I didn't see them. Michael Love, thank you for the $20. What it do, fellas? Everyone at the lunch table, that thumbnail is hilarious. It is hilarious. It's belt to ass. Shout out to my good peoples. Hey, thank you for that $5. Glasses, like I said, don't lump stands and fans, but I always meant to ask you, no bias aside, did you like all the records he dropped during the beef? Did I like all the Kendrick records? No, I wasn't really a fan.
How many he dropped? You talking about
four?
You talking about the beef records you talking about? You talking about the records he dropped outside of the beef? Like the
No, he talking about the Kendrick records. He talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
the Kendrick records. Outside, did you like the records he dropped during the beef? I really didn't like everybody really loves Meet the Grams more than me. I'm not into Meet the Grams much. I get what is happening, but I just wasn't into it. But every other record, like I love it. Like I rave over it, man. Like it's dope. Michael Love, thank you for that 20 memberships. Michael Love, thank you for the $10. I apologize. I've been missing for a while. My mom's didn't pay for my lunch because of her EBT situation. Oh, Mike, you fool, dog. Baseline. That's what baseline. Baseline. Thank you for that $5, my boy. Business question. Why do people always mention streams instead of numbers on billboards? I always thought Billboard was the main chart. Why do people always mention streams instead of the numbers on billboards? That's all perspective. This is all viewing.
Well,
I mean, how you want to see.
Break
Yeah,
that
how
down.
you want to
What do
see
you
it.
mean by the numbers on Billboard? You mean by the physical cut? You mean by the how many times people actually download the album, or is he mean
No,
the
he's
streams?
talking about positioning, chart positioning. You had to be talking about chart positioning. I really try not to talk about streams and Billboard chart positioning because that's business. Like you could have a really good record and don't know how to do the business, and the streams and your chart positioning will reflect that you don't know how to do the business. It won't tell you how great a record is. It'll tell you how great somebody is at business. Like it's some bad records that stream well and get high up on the chart, you know what I mean? Because somebody knows how to do the business. And shout out to the Skinny Day. We just talked about this. Thank you for that $5, my boy. Thank you for that $5 base. Glasses, like I said, don't lump stands and fans, but I always meant to ask you no bias aside you like to be. So this is why this conversation mattered, because I was talking to my homeboy P, good supporter of the show. We always politic and sharpen each other. Iron, you know what I mean? Just keep it sharp with conversation. I think the problem with Drake fans is they see themselves in Drake. And I understand why. Hip hop went through hip hop has always been so niche, whether we admit it or not. Like forever, it was niche. You know what I mean? It was really a very small group. And as people, you know what I mean, more mainstream people really started liking it, you had more people throwing their hats in the ring. And I always tell Trap, it starts with Kanye. It really starts with Kanye because
Kanye,
it don't. At the time,
start with Tribe Called Quest.
No, because Tribe
Called
Quest
with the Daisy era. It was not street.
Tribe is street.
Oh, they not Soul Street?
Yes. Yes. They were baptized in street urban culture.
So when you come up with a so I'm gonna say it like this, right? So when Busta Rhymes first come out with Leaders of the New School, and their whole thing was about being in school and stuff like that.
You think people from ghettos, people from street don't go to school?
You say that. You say Kanye West?
I went to school.
But you say that when you say Kanye West, though.
I'm not saying Kanye West is not raised in street urban culture because he went to school. I'm saying Kanye West is not raised in street urban culture because he's not raised in street urban culture. It's not because he went to school. De La Soul went to college. People went to college.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not because he went to college. It's because he's fucking not raised in street urban culture. And it's weird because I'm not sure. See, this is the thing. If he was from New York, I wouldn't even be questioning this. This is what I be talking about, Trap. You couldn't be from New York and be like that. You couldn't be from New York and be like that, Trap. You couldn't be in New York, and that's how it was happening.
I feel like Chicago's a metropolitan city, though, too. You know what I'm saying?
And Los Angeles is a metropolitan city.
Yeah. Yeah.
Los Angeles, it's not, and this is what I've been saying to you for years. This is what separates New York from all of our metropolitan city. It's what separates New York from Seattle, Tacoma. It's what separates New York from Los Angeles or Inglewood or any other place. Right? Or any other place. You cannot escape the culture in New York. You cannot. You cannot escape it. You're going to be cut in it. Even the president of fucking America talk like a nigga that have a level of hip hop conversation.
So let me ask you a question. So if you're in New York and don't come off the porch, you still gonna be covered in it.
Yes. This is what I keep trying to tell Trap.
But somewhere else, if you don't come off the porch, you might not be covered in it.
It might it might not happen to you.
You know, like Sherry.
Like Sherry's crazy.
Sherry is raised in street urban culture.
She's just running from it.
Sherry don't like it.
If I had to diagnose Sherry's issue, Sherry is just a troll.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Sherry's a troll.
Sherry's a troll.
No, Sherry definitely trolls sometimes.
I just opened the door for her.
Sherry is ignorant and a troll.
I opened the door for
No,
Sherry
because
to
it's
go
not.
ahead
I'm
and
not saying
jump.
she's ignorant, like she don't know nothing, but she's ignorant on street urban culture. Sherry couldn't give you any idea about street urban culture. She's gonna know as much as Trap is going to know about Los Angeles street urban culture.
No,
Sherry don't know anything.
you saying Sherry?
No, you saying Trap don't know anything?
No, about out there. No, he's saying about out there. I'm not gonna know how. I'm saying, yeah, I understand what
I'm
he's
saying
saying.
you don't know nothing about nothing out here, Trap. Come on.
Yo, when I'm out there, I'm in Hollywood, man. I ain't in no motherfucking hoods when I'm out there, but I'm in Hollywood.
Like,
That's
that
it.
makes sense. But I'm saying, but Sherry though,
I don't make it on that side.
what Compton you said? What?
Yeah.
So you don't think Sherry know? She ain't get nothing from that.
Sherry's family did a great job of keeping her away from the heart of the culture.
Has Sherry been on Crenshaw?
No.
Oh.
I don't think I've been there either.
I've been to Crenshaw now, so you know.
Shout
I
out
ain't been
to
there.
Fishy. Glasses, real question. How come Kanye can be from Chicago, but Luda can't be from Atlanta? Luda is from Atlanta.
Yeah, Luda from Atlanta.
I think you'll have an argument with people from Atlanta that's going to argue who's more Atlanta, but Ludacris always repped Atlanta to me.
He from Champaign, Illinois. That's Luda from.
Yeah, that's where he was born.
But even isn't JD not from Atlanta too and still rep Atlanta like that though too? Then JD from somewhere else.
But I'm saying Pac wasn't born in LA. Like, I mean,
The Bay. Pop is a universal Negro right there, B.
Shout out to Baseline. Glasses took Beast and me on Crenshaw in the red car and was concerned.
Who?
Shout out to Baseline.
That's a fact, Nick.
It's like this. Kanye can start off that, like, I'm not sure, but really everything about Kanye says he was pretty much kept, like, he got street urban culture in minimum doses. Very minimum doses. Like, so I don't quite know if he was raised in it per se. Like, I think he visited, but I don't think he was raised in it. I'm not quite sure. Like, I don't, even everybody I talk to don't make me feel like I'm sure. He wasn't banging back then.
Can we get back to your question though? Oh, I got a question here. How do you say that every Drake's fan want to be like Drake or want to seem like Drake? Like, do you see something in all of them that represents Drake?
No, they see themselves in that.
That's what I'm saying. Do you see something in them that make you say, oh, they think they Drake or something?
Well, it's like
looking at Coach being an old Drake fan. Would you look at Coach as an old Drake fan and say, oh, you still a Drake fan?
So I think what happens is, what's happening is you're getting more people that want to be a part of hip hop. Like, initially people just enjoyed hip hop.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
But they did not want to be a part of hip hop. They just liked the music and they enjoyed it. And they realized this was different than where they grew up at. Like, people would hear hip hop and be like, man, this is some brothers going through this, even other brothers. They'd be like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, they would see it as something outside of their own existing.
So
outside their own existence.
Drake showed them how to fake it.
No. What happened with Drake, Drake gave them what they felt was their entry point into hip hop.
Yeah,
like, we have a representation in hip hop.
Okay.
But one, outside of the fact he's not hip hop, the problem is the people who see themselves in him are nothing like him. That's the problem. Like, they're nothing like him. Like,
even though they argue for him and bat for him, and
all they know is they're not street. It reminds me, it's like my dad, bro. Shout out to my dad. Shout out to Good Boy. It reminds me of my dad. My dad is like the most conservative person I know. He's hella conservative. And most older black people, hella conservative. They don't really understand none of the shit going on in the LGBTQ community. They don't like none of this stuff. They have all conservative groups. They hate when extra immigrants come to this country and park. Every older black person is every bit of conservative as conservative can be. Until it's time to have to vote, because they don't want to have to vote with somebody from the Ku Klux Klan. My dad, the only reason he votes Democrat and he votes liberal is so he doesn't have to identify on the same side as the Ku Klux Klan or as racist white people. So they act like they're Democrats or liberals. But everything about their value says they're conservative and Republican.
And that's like Drake fans.
No, Drake fans just know they're not street or gangster. So they like, he's our guy. It's not really they identify in the stuff that he does. They find themselves trying to rationalize it. Like my dad tries to find himself rationalizing with Democrats and liberals.
But he doesn't have. They're called conservative Democrats.
That's like quiet noise. It just kind of don't. That's
he
like
hit you with quiet noise.
Drake fans are conservative Democrat.
No.
Well, why do you say they're nothing like Drake though?
Drake is a really different person. Drake is a kid that grew up in Canada, Jewish. He grew up completely different. That's a cultural difference. Even Carlton grew up, his dad is Phil in the TV show. His dad came from the gutter. He still grew up eating soul food. He still grew up all this, even in Beverly Hills, they would have it. He still grew up a certain way where his upbringing was that. Drake grew up Jewish completely. Now, he did have exposure to some things, right, through his dad or through some family, but he grew up Jewish. And then he got a job on Nickelodeon as a child.
You've been to Toronto, right?
Yeah.
How big is the black population
I'm definitely going back.
Up in Toronto or Canada compared
There's
to
some black
US?
folks there.
A lot, or is just a little compared to like United
No,
States?
there's some black folk there. There's some black folk there. There's some black folk. I mean, they got ghettos, bro.
They got a whole hood. They got a whole hood
They
out
got
there.
hoods and all that.
Yeah.
So it's like Drake grew up a Canadian Jewish man. So black people that grew up in the suburbs here in America, like let's say like a Sherry, even somebody who grew up kind of closer to middle class or affluent, you still grew up somewhere where you understood the type of oppression and the type of things you had to deal with being a black person. That's not homie experience.
What was like middle class areas in LA?
Hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what was like the middle class areas in LA?
Middle class. Well, it depends, right? Like they have, it's not middle class. They got suburban neighborhoods in Los Angeles. Lakewood is a suburb in the county of Los Angeles. But where Sherry grew up, we grew up in the two places in Compton that you can be an affluent black family, right?
Oh, okay.
In the Richland Farms, you feel me? And her other folks grew up in the West Side. The West Side is those are two affluent places in Compton. Like as close as you go get to affluent, it's still surrounded by, like it's still the ghetto, but it's
not like Lakewood.
I put it like this: a teacher lived on my block. My mother's a registered nurse. A computer programmer, Aaron, lived 4 houses down. Like I knew people that were successful black people in business.
Yeah.
Versus when I go to my dad's house in Watts, no teacher lived in Watts. Like not on the 7, like the type of people that live, you didn't have a lot of black professionals.
Yeah.
On 117th Street, you had a very few, if none.
How about you, Coach? How was you? How was your situation living down here?
My situation was poor. I mean, I just lived. I had a lot of people living in one house, and I lived in not a great area, like So, I mean, at one point I lived in Long Beach. It was decent out there. I lived in a decent part of Long Beach for a little while, but other than that, I lived in Inglewood, close to the Bottoms, and I lived in LA. So it wasn't great.
So it's like, but again, I think they just identify with Drake the way my dad identifies with Democrats. It's to say what he's not more than what he is.
Okay, I see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. They rather say they're not street and thugs to go along with Drake than to say they really are.
But I think these fans are a little more like Drake than Glass is giving them credit for.
I know.
Why you say that, Coach?
Because
I know they not.
A lot of Drake fans are not thug. I mean, not street. Not
He says they are street, but running from
I
it.
don't know about that.
It's not their street. Like Carlton is not street. His dad grew up in street urban culture, right? Phil from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air grew up in street urban culture. So it's passed on through his relationship with his father. His father is going to deal with him in a certain way. It's going to be a way treating, right? No,
Yeah.
right? Like my mom a registered nurse, but my mom grew up in the struggles.
Right.
My dad owned a tow truck, but he grew up in the struggle.
Right.
So them in the house, I'm gonna get a treatment a certain way. Then when I walk outside my door, I'm gonna get the treatment, right? Carlton may not walk outside his front door in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and get the treatment, but his dad is going to treat him like somebody who grew up in street urban culture. So you're going to get raised in that way, right? His mom and his dad both came from the struggle.
But I think real street urban dudes can't be Drake fans. Like, can't be Drake. I think they could appreciate his music.
Sure.
But
I don't agree with that.
You said what?
I don't agree with that. I know a lot of street urban raised dudes that's Drake fans, B. Because they tap into, you know what I'm saying?
Drake fans or like his music?
Like fans and like his music, B. Like I know dudes who really cape for Drake, you know what I'm saying? Because they look at him.
I don't know if that make him a fan too.
I know fanatics as Drake fans as street urban culture dudes, B.
I don't think so.
You might want to check their background track.
Yo, I'm gonna say my brother's one of them. Hold on a second. My brother's one of them, B.
Your brother a Drake fan? Like real fan?
Shout out to Sydney Fairfield. Shout out to Sydney Fairfield. Literally talking in circles. Is blackness black? Drake is 50% black. Carlton's 100% black. Or is it you're not black because you're 50% black because your dad is 50% black? Like, we're not talking about a racial construct. That wouldn't even be the term if we were talking about a racial construct. So when you say he's 50% black, that's in reference to a false sense of racial construct. When we talking about black, we're talking specifically, it's a level of culture and ethnicity we talking about. We're not just talking about your skin or your father.
We gotta stop that shit.
How?
Stop what?
We gotta stop saying 50% black and he.
Yeah, because
if you black,
if you black, you black.
Yeah,
black.
Ain't nobody 50% black. If you black, you black.
Well, nobody saying shit about Malcolm X.
Yeah, nobody care. You black, you black. Again, because I get it. There's a level of people referencing it as a race. And then you'll say he's 50% black, but it's more to that. It's more to that. But I think that's the thing. I think they identify specifically with Drake because of what they know they are not. Like my dad identifies and votes Democrat and liberal because he knows he's not a racist white man, even though he has the same values as a racist white man.
And I mean, I know Trap got herself on mute, but the reason why I say, and I'm not saying it's always somebody who might, it might be some hood dudes that like Drake that might be fans of him, possibly, but my thing is, if Drake had a lot of dudes that was from the hood that was his fans, or street urban dudes that were his fans, soon as he went to the police, he would have lost the majority of his fans in that case.
You know what's crazy? I didn't know about the police shit until Dot brought it up like that. I didn't really know about the police shit like that.
But that's how you know a lot of his fans are not street urban, because his fans don't give a fuck. He went to, like, they good with it. They trying to rationalize it. They trying to tell you why it's okay from there done that. Like, yeah, this ain't got nothing to do with Kendrick. This UMG. Like, so I'm saying.
Got my burrito. Where your burrito at?
Somebody got you that? I know Don didn't do that.
Nah, nobody got. I got it for myself.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, because.
But again, like,
yeah, burrito's a bad word around here.
Black is not racial. Black, we're not talking about the race. That wouldn't be the name. The racial construct is Negroid or Caucasoid.
Negroid is crazy.
They referenced it as black, but they've proven all that to be. Shout out to DT. That's a great point. Black is an acknowledgement. That's exactly what it is. So,
acknowledgement.
I was saying that I think it's not Drake fandom. The issue with Drake fandom is actually you're not really a fan. You feel me? Like, you really just saying you're not this. Like I had to talk to
Okay.
P, and I'm telling P and different homies that call themselves fans of Cuz is y'all keep thinking y'all identify with him. You identify with me more. And they think they can't see themselves in me. They like, no, Glasses, you're from a gang and you used to sell drugs.
So this is why you say running away from it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like my dad. Like my dad to me and most of our fathers are very conservative. They're very conservative. But they just do not want to be on the same side as. That's like why these dudes who shot, again, I'm like talking about this publicly, but it's like that's why people keep calling themselves Black Americans. Because they're trying to have American values, but they want to make it like they're separate, which doesn't make sense. If you believe in the ideal of America, then you should not have to put a prefix before it.
So you feel like Drake fans are straddling the fence? They trying to play both sides
No,
of the middle?
they not straddling the fence. They don't want to.
They don't want to be on this side of the fence.
They just know, and it's not that they don't know what's on the side of the fence. It could also be people made fun of them for their whole life. People could have been like, man, like I heard some dude did a little thing and he referenced Drake as a nerd. Like Drake is not a nerd. Drake is not this smart kid that got these great grades and shit. Like this dude dropped out of school. It's just not that.
So would you say the majority of Drake's friends are 30 and younger? Because I feel like maybe you're holding on to, like I said, it's not a lot of dudes who are like us that anymore. So I think that maybe a lot of Drake fans probably are like 33 and younger. And those dudes are, I kind of feel like those dudes are really see themselves really are more like Drake than you.
They're not though.
You think?
I know so. Because if you grew up here, you care about the same things I care about.
Well, I think you, man, I think you want to believe that still, G.
I know it's true.
You think that's true?
I know it's true. What would they have? What would they have specifically in common?
I mean, apparently
sucker for loves.
Yeah, exactly. They sucker for love.
The crazy part is Drake is not a sucker for love.
But you don't think they would look at social media of Drake and try to, emulate him or anything?
No, people don't try to emulate him. They don't wear one glove.
First of all, Drake and a lot of his fans, they think it's fine to go tell to the cops, and that's not something that our generation think is cool. That's a big, they don't even think that they fine with it. G.
Again, y'all keep saying that, and I keep telling you that's a lie. They just saying that now. If they did, they would change their own lives. They wouldn't be trying to start a fight. Why is it a problem that Black people still don't want to call the police? Let's say your son, right? You raised him well. Mm-hmm. Your son still struggle to call the police.
No, my son's not calling the police.
Why?
Because he was raised, he's different. Like I don't look at my son. I promise you, I don't look at my children not like a lot of these kids. Like even my oldest son, he's different than a lot of his kids.
Like these people.
I'm just saying a lot of these kids, man. Some of these, I'm telling you, this generation is weird, bro. Yeah, like it's a lot of weird kids around here, man. And G don't want to accept it. He think that these kids got more street in them than they do.
I don't think they have more street. I think it's not street. Like right, street is just anti-rules, anti-establishment. That's all it really means. I'm not with the rules. That's all street means.
So you saying that they have to have this type of hip hop culture because they're here, no matter what. This is what it is. Every generation has a definition. I
don't think everybody has it. I keep telling y'all, if you want to know if you hip hop, one of the oldest rules, if you want to see if you hip hop, the first time you got into a fight and you went and told your parents, if your parents told you to go back and fight them, next time they put their hands on you, go hit them, 99% of the time, your ass is hip hop.
But there's that 1%.
But have you noticed, dude? There's not a lot of parents doing that no more. I got friends myself that gentle parenting. Like gentle parenting is a ding to Black people now. Like that is some crazy shit.
Even that gentle parenting is just
it's Drake shit.
I don't think that's Drake shit. I think you're confusing gentle parenting. I think you're confusing Black
being
people.
Gentle parented.
You're confusing Black people who trying to assimilate into American standards with somebody who really just believes in the rules. You know what I'm saying?
Drake just believes in the rules.
Yes. He believes in the rules.
Remember my daughter's favorite song when she was younger? used to be the feeling song. The feeling song was crazy. Like they sit there and talking about their feelings. I think that's the way a lot of parents is parenting nowadays, though. Like with them, like
What rules
because you know what happened though. What happened was it was like a certain generation that went through that whole. We ain't know what the hell a bully. We knew what bullies was, but we ain't acknowledged them. Like you know what I'm saying? People, you was getting bullied, you wasn't mentioning that shit. But they went through that whole phase of the kids was bullying kids and kids was going home and you know what I'm saying, committing suicide, like all that shit like that. They started focusing more on that type of shit. So like the kids, it's no more like the emotional feelings is dealt with different, you know what I'm saying, than it was dealt with back when we was growing up like that. And that's why I think a lot of times Drake coming to the game and being so emotional like he was, though, they looking at him like, all right, well, he's speaking for me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that. He's a real emotional rapper.
You, the reason they feel like that is not because they relate to his story. I think there are pieces to his story.
Man, I'm telling you,
what
man,
rules is he following, though? I want to know what rules is Drake following.
When they robbed him and they took his chain, he called the police. Right now, he's mad. He lost a battle and he feel like somebody insulted him too hard and they hurt his feelings, so he filed a defamation
So what
lawsuit.
rules is that, though? Whose rules is that?
Those are standard American rules. You don't know the rules exist because you black, because you a nigga from the streets. That's why you don't know the regular thing. If you walked outside this door and somebody punched you in your fucking face, you're not finna call the police.
That's all right, back.
But you know what you're supposed to do in America? Call the police. That's the American rule.
And there's a lot of this generation who's gonna call the police now.
And let them just get that off, punch in my face.
It's a lot of, man, like I dude.
It's way less that people that look like us.
I'm telling you, bro. Even the way I raised my children, I feel like I raised them a little differently than a lot of parents in my age group, but still, it broke my heart when I heard them talk about this Kendrick and Drake beef. Like my junior, which I almost
took my name back.
Man, I almost exactly, man. I wanted to be like Junior, my ass nigga. Like, no, that nigga was Team Drake. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
But that's because there's a million things about his life that makes him think he's not street.
That's what I'm saying. These dudes think they are not. It's a disconnect now with these new kids. Even though I try to raise my son, I mean, I get, and like you said, me and Trap, we did a decent job raising our children. They don't know a lot about where we came from. They go out there and visit family here and there, not that much.
Has your son been in a fight at school? Yes,
for sure.
Why he didn't tell the principal?
That's not how we roll.
Why not? Why not how you roll?
Telling the principal.
That's the rule.
Yeah, like that's not gonna happen. But then he, I don't know, man. But then a lot of his friends will probably go tell the principal.
It's gonna be less than you think.
A lot. I don't know, man. Them dudes is weird, man. A lot of his friends, dude, like some of his friends, when he brings some of his friends in the house and I talk to him and I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
But the people that look like us is different. So, like, okay, the issue is in the word street. People automatically associate street with gangster. Problem one.
Yeah.
That's not what that means. Street is outlaw. Like cowboys were street before they were streets. When it was rural America, rural West, cowboys were street. They were outlaws. They didn't believe in the rules. They dealt with the rules the way they wanted to deal with the rules. They had a different sense of justice, right? That's still street. That's all. A gangbanger is a modern day cowboy.
Okay, I agree with that.
No different than Doc Holliday or any of them cowboys, Billy the Kid, all the same thing. No different than Al Capone. They're just modern day cowboys. That's all they are. They just modern day cowboys. They live on a different set of rule standards, right? That's all street is. It's saying that the law sense of justice is not the ultimate guide to morality. There's another greater sense. Here are the things. It's more of a primitive thing. It's not done civilly. It's like it could have dire consequences, right? So that's the first problem with street. So when people say street nigga, they automatically think of a gangster. It's not. It's somebody who says the law is not the ultimate judge in how I'm going to do things to support my existence or defend my position. That's all being a street. It's a commitment to it when you live in a densely populated place. That's what street urban is. Right? You understand. It's the reason why you'll fight and stand up for yourself. You know what I mean? When you're supposed to call the police.
But I feel like these new kids treat the rules of being street urban like how we treat the Bible. Well, a lot of us treat the Bible. Like some of these commandments, okay, some of those are cool. We could deal with some of those commandments. No, not that one though. Like,
But which one could they not deal with? I just wish they start calling the police.
You say you wish they do start calling the police?
I tell people all the time, if you not on no street shit, call the police. Be American for real. Like, that's what I'm telling all the homies in the shit. Stop trying to be Black American. Just be American. Accept it with all the flaws. Just keep it a bean. If you put that flag next to your fucking name, if you a Drake fan, hey, adopt it all. Adopt it all. Stop fighting. Get out the middle. It's way too much middle ground. You know what I mean? They in the middle. They kind of want to be street. They want to kind of wear stuff that outlaw people wear. They kind of want to use the
That's
slang
my point, though.
people.
That's my point. They want to be in the middle. They want to play both sides of the field. That's what I'm saying. I could use that. I can't use this. This is for me. That's not for me.
But that is not Drake.
I don't know, man. Drake said, "Look, I could do this. Hey, but I need my chain back, though."
But that's the problem. That's what y'all not getting. He's not that at all. He's not that at all.
I don't know, man.
I think that's the problem, and that's their thing. They're like, I don't know. He's not that at all. He really don't use slang until the cameras come on. He is not that.
But I've been telling y'all forever, though, man. The man is the greatest actor, B, that became a rapper, B. Like he's like this whole shit. Role. This is greatest role, B. You know what I'm saying? This is greatest role was being an American rapper, B. That's
y'all
all it
niggas
is.
See Drake fighting that water. Y'all didn't see him up in that video up under fighting that water. That nigga's tough.
Fighting water.
Yeah, you didn't see in that video? That nigga shadow boxing up under that water?
Yeah, stop.
Hey, that nigga's tough. Hey, Trap, you gonna make his list. G already on the list. Y'all niggas gonna find yourself on that list where Drake on.
You don't want to be on the list.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. I don't want no piece of I don't want no smoke with Drake. I seen that shit. I seen the shit.
You still want backstage pass.
And the problem is people think, shout out to the homie Mello and different people. They feel like, oh, he got some money now, so he playing. Now he got to be. I'm like, that's not what's happening, bro. That dude is not breaking the rules. Not in this group. He's not going to break the rules, bro.
So you don't think sleeping with somebody else's girl is breaking the rules?
No, because he's not sleeping with nobody else's girl. He's sleeping with somebody else's whore. They don't even sleep with each other's girl. They sleep with each other's whores.
That's the one that'll hurt you, really, for real, though, B. Sleep with my best eater. Sleep with my best eater now. I might be hurt.
Trap
might be hurt.
Trap got some secrets.
Eater.
Yeah, Trap got some secrets.
I'll be hurt. You take my best eater from me, man. You crazy?
So it's like that's what I'm saying. I don't think they see themselves in him as much as people like the fan don't see themselves in him as much as they just think they're not me. And I keep telling them you're more me than him. And they can't believe it. They like, Glasses, well, you're from a gang. And I'm like, that don't mean nothing. Like, what does that really mean?
So there's no in between?
There is no in between. If
either you or Drake, it's one or the other.
It's not. The problem is, no matter how, even if it was an in between, they would be way more over here.
As I say, there's the extreme. Glasses and Drake are two extremes.
Yeah, and Glasses for some reason think these 30-year-old niggas is more like Drake, and like taking gangbanging and all that shit away from everything.
Hold on, shout out Sherry,
please.
Mario.
Yes,
I grew
please,
up in
please. I just seen that.
That's what Sherry said.
The streets raised me.
Please put it on the screen. Put it on the screen, please.
Hey, Sherry was baptized in the streets, man. Y'all better leave her alone. Get off of her.
Yeah, leave that there the whole time right there. There you go, right there, Sherry. You're there. You made it, Sherry. You're from the streets. Why they had to raise me this way? Sing it, Sherry. I'm surprised we alive today.
Oh, shout out to 2000 Ravens. What don't you understand about my logic, bro? Listen, I'm gonna say it again. I'm giving you a comp. I think Drake fans don't see themselves in Drake as much as you think. I think they just do not believe they are like me. So they think they need the opposite. It's like how Trap and Coach saw themselves in Kanye, even though they're way more 50 Cent.
I ain't never seen myself on goddamn Kanye.
I did not say it. I never said that.
Y'all said he came out. Y'all was in college.
Listen.
Y'all went to college too.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
You said college too.
You lumping me in.
Keep it a buck. I ain't gonna go down to business. I went to business school. I ain't gonna go to
Like
business school, B. I ain't going to no damn
Hey, whatever, all the same thing.
I said I went to
What
college and I
backpacks?
dropped out. That nigga said,
Same
"Oh, you
thing.
Kanye."
With the
No, we was
vocation.
talking about it. We was talking about it, right? We was talking about Kanye. Y'all was like, he came out. Y'all was like, man, y'all thought y'all identified
Yeah,
with him.
you did say
Never.
Until
that.
y'all realized he was
Never.
sucking the penis.
Never.
Y'all was like, hold up, this dude is
Never.
different. Hold on.
Never.
Hold on.
Hey, that's
I was
true.
off of Kanye
That's
way before
true.
that nigga start.
No,
I
now
mean-
you just see it everywhere.
Hey.
Now you just seeing everywhere you nothing like Kanye.
Way
What's
before that
crazy
nigga
is
start raping his
you
cousin,
and
I was off
Trap,
of him.
you and Trap now see so much how y'all not like Kanye is scary.
Never thought I was like Kanye. Never.
Yes, you fucking
in my
did.
life. Never
All
in my
y'all
life.
did. Yes, y'all
This
did.
nigga G is
Never
crazy
in
right
my,
now.
I
Like,
never
he's
worked at
crazy.
the Gap. I never worked at the Gap. I never, come on, bro, you crazy?
Hey, I did work at the
Nothing-
Gap though.
Oh
never did.
boy, oh boy.
I
never did.
Why'd you
I
say that?
did work
Trap?
at the Gap. I
Rough.
know.
I'm
I know
telling
this
you.
is bringing
Why'd
fuel
you
to the
say
fire.
that?
I know this is bringing fuel to the fire. I worked at the
I
Gap.
didn't know that. I didn't know you
And
worked
you
at the Gap.
too
I didn't work
I
at the
worked
Gap.
at the Gap.
Rough, I'm telling you, rough. Y'all
Tell me.
listen.
Hey, coach, and you too.
I
Shout
am.
out to
I'm
the
gonna tell
lunch
the truth.
table. I know I be sounding crazy. I get it. I listen to myself. I'm like, that dude sound kind of crazy, bro. People identify with Kanye because they was like,
Never.
man, I'm not like Jay-Z, or I'm not like Jeezy.
No, I was
or I'm
Jay-Z.
not.
I was
Or,
Jay-Z.
hold up, not Trap. Or I'm not like 50 Cent. The problem is you guys are all more, even the most suburban brother is more 50 Cent than you could imagine. You just never had the opportunity
G's
to
talking
be
crazy
50
right
Cent.
now. You talking crazy. You talking crazy, man. You want to believe that? I think it's because it will break your heart to understand how much these kids and these younger generations have changed from what you believe in.
It's not what I
Tell me.
believe in. Listen,
These kids are different, bro.
if
I
they
agree
think
with
they
Coach. They are
identify
different.
with Drake more because he's a nerd, he's probably not smarter than me. He probably didn't get a higher score in his SAT than me. That's a lot of black people from the ghetto.
But you know, people don't think of nerds like that.
I know. You know why? Because they don't know what a fucking nerd is.
Nerds became the cool thing to be, though, B. You know what I'm saying?
Nerds,
Some real shit.
listen,
Yeah,
it ain't
wasn't
he's
like
a
that.
West fan. That's a West fan.
It ain't
talking.
about if nerds
No. I
listen,
seen that shit happen. That wasn't my
you
generation.
know why being smart never is gonna be cool?
Never.
Because most
That is.
motherfuckers ain't smart. And that's
Never.
fine. But when you really a smart person, you don't worry about who else is smart or who gets good grades. You just doing your thing.
I think being smart is super cool.
I'm not worried about if it's cool. I'm not worried about what everybody else thought because I'm just me. Now, again, what I'm saying is in Drake's position, people like P thinks he's more Drake than me. And I'm like, bro, you're more me, bro.
So,
Like,
do you feel like you got a little Drake in you?
no. Me and Drake are polar opposites.
Okay.
Like, we're polar opposites. Drake believes if somebody piss on him, he don't like his odds, you know, it's better just to leave and talk shit about it later. I'm like, fuck it, go all the way out. You ain't finna be just pissing on me. You ain't telling nobody you pissed on me.
It's a lot of little kids running around here getting pissed on and
No, they are not.
And turning the other leg.
No, not
I
people
have to
that look
agree
like
with
us.
Coach.
Telling you, it's a lot of kids getting pissed on and turning their other leg. Like, all right, you pissed on that leg. I bet
Did
you
they
don't give-
piss on you?
Nigga, I'm not their age.
Did they piss on your
Nigga,
sons?
better not piss on me, nigga. I'm
Did
not
they
Cassie.
piss on your sons?
Nigga, like, no, nigga, I told you my son.
Did they piss
not like,
on your
my
sons?
son's
Strap?
not like that.
So where's
My
all this
son's
stuff
not
happening with kids?
It's some of these other kids, nigga. It's a lot. It's a
No,
lot of
you
kids.
know why? We're making this shit up because we keep trying to make it like this shit is happening. Nigga, ain't nobody letting nobody piss on them.
It's a lot of kids with wet jeans right now.
No, they are
Like,
not.
chilling,
Because
tattletaling.
listen, no, they are not. It is not that many people. Not from where we from, not from the culture.
Nigga, it ain't that many niggas from where we from no more.
That's the point. We're talking about people where we're from. Listen, if some white man identified with Drake, I'd be like, oh yeah. Even though he's not a brother like Drake, I would get why he identified with Drake.
But you don't get why brothers identify with Drake.
No, brothers that come from street urban culture to any degree.
Okay.
If your mother or your father, if you was raised with either one of them, if you was raised in any street urban culture neighborhood, if you was raised anything like this, if it was inside your house, outside your house, or at school, you're going to be totally different than he is.
Is there anywhere in LA that you could be raised non-street urban culture?
Sure, Beverly Hills.
Okay.
There's a lot of places. It depends on who you was raised by inside the house and outside the house, and then what school you went to.
Nah, because I had a homeboy that grew up in Beverly Hills. That nigga was kind of raw.
No, they got some raw niggas. I'm just saying
Yeah,
there's
nigga.
places you can not experience street urban culture. Now, not
You
New
could
York.
You could be in
Not
your
New York.
household. You could be in
Not
your
New York.
household. Yeah, and your parents come from that background, and
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying
gonna get it in the house.
they chose to bring you, take you outside of that community, but they still gonna instill those
Yeah,
certain
they can't
things.
help
You know what I'm saying?
But you kept
Yeah.
referring to Fresh Prince. I don't think his dad acted street urban.
Uncle Phil was from Philly. What you mean?
Yeah.
But he didn't seem like he was acting street urban to Carlton. Phil.
But I think
What do
Uncle
you
Phil
mean?
is like me and Trap though. Me
Yeah.
and Trap, we was raised in a certain area. We got, you know, I ain't got Uncle Phil bread or nothing like that.
So let me get this
that.
right. So you think if
I ain't got it either.
7-year-old Carlton got into a fight and came because Uncle Phil, somebody hit me in my face, he gonna be like, go tell the principal.
Yes, for sure. Uncle
No,
Phil
he
probably
not.
would tell him to go tell
Uncle
the
Phil
principal.
gonna tell that nigga throw his hands.
No, Uncle Phil
As an
gonna be
attorney,
like,
gonna tell him throw his
Uncle
hands.
Phil a judge, nigga.
Uncle Phil
gonna be like,
Uncle Phil was trying to throw hands with
Until
niggas in the
abide by the
courtroom.
law.
But you see how long it take Uncle Phil to get there?
I think Uncle Phil
First off,
might
if you're gonna
throw
throw away your
Uncle Phil-
job, it don't take that long at all.
It take a long time for Uncle Phil to
Nigga
start throwing
popping
them
that.
hands.
Uncle Phil was finna. Uncle Phil was finna squab up Will Dad.
Nigga, that,
What?
dude, that
Punk
was
ass
some
nigga.
You,
I'm not.
hey,
All
nigga,
right,
that
let's
was
not
hey,
talk
that
about
touches
Uncle Phil.
heartstrings, bro. That touches heartstrings.
What does Carl Winslow? What does Carl Winslow tell old boy to do?
Uncle Phil, shout out to Nico Hernandez. Uncle Phil put up to the pool hall and hustled the pool hustlers.
Yes, exactly. When it comes to his children, Uncle Phil squab you down. Like
No. He
Uncle
gonna squab you down for anything.
Hey, for his children, no, he gonna tell. But what he gonna tell Will and Carlton about that pool hall?
Squabble
Stay
up.
away from it, guys.
Yes, because
and if something happens
he
to
gonna be
you,
like, y'all
don't do shit. Go call the cops.
He is definitely not gonna tell him call
Uncle
the cops.
Phil a different breed though. Like even my children, I tell my children all the time, hey man, something happened to you, hey, call the cops. Y'all not with this. Y'all do, you know, y'all just not what y'all do.
So
I wouldn't do it though, but I'm not gonna do it.
Then why you don't tell the principal when they got into them fights?
Because hey man,
when they got suspended, why you didn't be like, you got suspended, you on punishment?
Because
you shouldn't have fought back, should have went to the proper authority.
Coach,
because number one, my kids was winning the fights. So
it don't matter.
Who win a fight and go tell on the principal?
No, you supposed to not even be fighting.
Nah,
Somebody hit
man.
you, supposed to be like, I'm telling the principal.
No, and I tell my kids that too.
No,
hey,
you do not.
Unless a nigga touch you, y'all need to be fighting. Or
You
if he say
shouldn't be-
something too egregious, you know.
You shouldn't be telling them to fight. You know why? You know why white people always never. You ever notice? Shout out to all the white folks, because there's some white people that grew up like us and do their thing, but the average white American people, right? The average white American people, right?
Okay.
Hold on. Shout out to 2000 Ravens. Glasses, why Cube get away with being a two-pair suburban gangster and Trey can't? Because Cube ain't from the suburbs. He's not from the suburbs. He had a two-parent household. Cube is not from the suburbs. Where that nigga grew up at is not the suburbs. I will take you over there, 2000 Ravens. They will fucking peel your skin off right now. It's not the suburbs over there. Yes, he had two parents, but it is not the suburbs. It's different. It's different. Okay, so to your point, Coach, why you don't tell your kids to go tell the principal when they got into that fight?
Like I told you, they won the fight. So
it don't matter why they fighting. You should be putting them on punishment for fighting.
No, I would never. So
even if they hit them first,
I have got on my children.
Especially if they hit them first.
No, dude, like I said, I've gotten on my children for hitting for if some of my kids are a little bullyish. So I have gotten on them. If y'all start to fight, hey man, hey, come here. We're gonna have to talk about this. You can't be going out there starting fights. You can't be going out there doing this. So yeah, I've gotten on my kids for doing that. I ain't gonna tell them. I ain't gonna tell them to tell on themselves though. Hey, go tell the principal on yourself.
Why not? That's the rules.
Nah, that ain't the rule to go
You
tell
know
yourself.
why it ain't the rules?
Nowhere to
Because
say go telling yourself.
That's what make you street. That's what make you street. Being outside of the rules. You like whatever your shit is more important. That's what make you closer to me than fucking Drake.
And then
But that's Coach, but not his sons.
That is Coach Sons. Coach Sons is gonna squabble somebody down. Trust me, I didn't argue with these little niggas. They gonna squabble. They squabble energy.
They do. Like that's just there, right? My sons is with all the action for
Squabble
sure.
you down.
But to
And
where
they know how
I've
to
had to
fight.
tone all my sons down. Nigga, like, no, hey, you got to calm down a little bit because they are with it. But no form or fashion do I tell them to go fight niggas. Hey man, you go start fights, go do this. Nigga owe you some money, go get it now. Like no, I've told them, hey man, hey, y'all not about that. Y'all basketball players, y'all hoopers, y'all handle it this way. You know, so
squabble them down. You ain't telling them, hey, I'm gonna challenge you to a game. Nigga punch him face. Well, I'm gonna challenge you to a game of one-on-one. We're gonna see who's the best way it is.
No, but I told you if a nigga hit you, then you gotta defend yourself.
No, you don't. You go tell the principal.
No, if nigga hit you, gotta defend yourself.
If they hit you, hold up. Shout out to Don Dub. I told the school we teach self-defense in my home. They stopped calling. That's not self-defense. Self-defense is to stop somebody from hitting you. If somebody hits you and you hit them back, that's not self-defense.
No, that is.
That's called revenge.
No, it's not. It's not called revenge. If a nigga hit you, they gonna want to hit you again if you don't stop it. They gonna continue to hit you.
No, self-defense is when you defend being hit.
Okay, so
you teaching boxing with offense and defense. That ain't true.
No, I'm dead serious. If a nigga bing you, like boom, just sneak you.
Tell the police.
No, nigga, he coming back for some more, nigga.
Nope, I'm telling the principal.
When the last
You're
time
gonna
a
have
nigga
to chase me to the principal?
Hey, when the last time you hit a nigga, didn't sleep him, and you just pause right there? I'm good right there, brother.
You should not be throwing you should be running.
Nigga, come on. Nigga, you of all people know, you have hit somebody before and they didn't fall, and you was like, oh, I gotta continue now. I gotta finish this shit.
But guess what? That's different. Again, the thing that makes your son closer to me is the fact he's going to break the fucking rules.
I told my son,
you know who not gonna break the rules?
Never let nigga finish on him.
You know who not gonna break the rules?
Pause.
Drake.
Pause.
Hella pause.
Yeah, that was crazy. Actually, after I said it,
you supposed to chase. You supposed to teach your kid chase them. Sherry full of shit. If Sherry kids got hit, this is why Sherry is street urban.
What'd she say?
If Sherry kids got hit, she told them to fight back.
It's been a couple times I thought Sherry wanted to swing on glasses. So when they be talking, if they was close.
Shout out to Ruby Burks. I'm out. I can't stand Glasses no more with his MAGA rhetoric, talking points, but standing on Crip roots. This dude is disgusting and should announce being a Crip.
Why are we reading this?
I don't know, because I don't know why would I denounce this cripping.
Why?
That's the only thing that bothered me.
MAGA rhetoric.
It worked, Ruby. It worked. You got his attention.
I finally read it. I didn't enjoy your time.
Worked.
I just don't know why would I denounce cripping. Shout out to Mario Paulo, who makes a great point. There are great house hoods as well in the hood, and that's the problem. Like, that's what y'all don't get. Like, and that's what I've been saying. Like, I realized that last night I was reading, and I'm like, they're not really identifying with Drake. They're trying to not identify with Glasses. They're trying to not identify with Chief Keef or Kodak Black. They're trying to not identify with who they think is this. But the problem is, most people know Glasses is not a Republican. I will never identify with white people.
Yo, bro, what's up with you, bro? Why you keep on?
No, because he said that I'm a Republican. I'm not. I just want to make sure we clear that up. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I am black. I'm black.
He can't be a Democrat or Republican. He's a Crip.
Yeah, that don't even go together.
Yeah, like he already chose his hood.
Yeah,
he already chose his hood.
I'm cool. I ain't fuck with all that shit. They was trying to put me in the Masons. I'm like, I'm already a Crip, bro. I'm already a Crip. They was like, no, but you could be a Crip and a Mason. Nah. That's
I'm a traveling man. I'm a traveling man.
Set tripping?
No. That says jumping. I can't be from two hoods.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Can't be from two hoods. It's said or nothing. What I'm saying is that's why your kids are street urban still. That's why your kids are street urban.
And I agree with you.
But even though they didn't grow up in street urban, they didn't walk outside their house, the front door, and it was the same thing we saw walking out our house. But guess what? Their dad is street urban. So therefore, they're going to have values of street urban people.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, so Will Smith, would you think he grew up street urban?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. I kind of feel like he's done. Glasses seem like he's pausing on it. He's trying to think about it a little bit.
Say that one more time.
Will Smith, do you feel like he grew up street urban?
Yes.
Okay. So when you look at Willow and what's the other little son? What's his son name? Jaden, yeah. When you look at Willow and Jaden, do they seem street urban to you?
Yes. But it's not
street urban and Willow.
It's not seen. It's not seen. You see Will Smith slap that man, talk about his wife on that stage.
Yeah, Will. I'm talking about Will. That's my point.
So what you think he told this kid when the first time somebody tripped on Jaden Smith?
Tell.
No, sir. Because he would be telling.
Jaden Smith.
He would be telling. He didn't take his money and get Chris Rock banned out of the ground. Will Smith got enough money in pool to get Chris Rock banned. Even though Chris Rock is a star, Will Smith is that type of star to where he can get Chris Rock banned and fuck his life up like Nicki Minaj is saying Jay-Z is doing. Like, he got that type of power in pool.
I'm saying, I'm not tripping on Will Smith, though. I'm not questioning him. I'm questioning, and I'm not really questioning them. I'm just saying it was the way they was raised. I'm questioning Jaden and Willow, though. I don't think that they're gonna go smack a nigga for
their dad smacked a nigga on national television.
Their dad. They probably
therefore their dad is all about smacking. He's smacking shit. Yeah, he smacked that man. That man kissed him on the cheek. That was old Frenchman. He looked at that nigga, smacked the shit out of him. Will Smith has smacked 3 people.
Do Jaden give you the feeling that he's gonna smack a nigga for kissing him on the cheek?
No,
or
maybe
kiss him
not
back?
that, but Jaden Smith will probably smack a nigga. That's the problem. Because guess what? You are your dad's son. If your dad will risk his career to smack a nigga talking shit about your mom in front of millions of white people,
The reason why
I believe you'll smack
the
somebody.
reason why we never heard of Jaden or Willow smacking nobody because they not doing that. T.I.'s son, you see that nigga can't wait to go. He little T.I.
I think Jaden will squabble T.I. son up.
Nigga, what?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay, so
I think Jaden will squabble a king up.
I kind of think so
King, that's
too.
not you, right?
I kind of think so too.
You think so too, Trap?
Yeah. So I'm telling you, you can't.
You think Jaden to put hands on King?
Don't get me wrong. I think King is a little. When it comes to hands, bro, it's different.
I think
I
Jaden probably.
think King put a little bit of hot sauce on that burrito, B. You know what I'm saying? Like he doing a little bit too much, though. You know what I'm saying?
he's
Try to
trying
do
to sell
something
it
like
still.
that.
Man, nigga, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I think Jaden Smith is probably more classically trained as a fighter because I think he probably did a little boxing, a little karate for the movie, all that type of shit.
Oh yeah, the
And I
Karate
think that
Kid
he
shit. That's
probably can really fight better than King. But I think if the fight go about 1.5 minutes, Jaden gonna start thinking about butterflies or some shit like that, and then King viciousness gonna take over.
I think you got that confused.
I don't know, man.
I'm telling you, man.
I would much rather take a guy if I'm training a guy. Give me King, other than Jaden.
I understand that because you want to use that
too
anger
nice.
that he got, but I understand that. But now I'm telling you
That's
something
why
about
that fight go 1.5 minutes. That anger's still gonna be brewing. And King, he's still gonna be working. That anger's still gonna be working.
But I think Jaden just
he's gonna have lost the first minute and a half of the fight.
I think Jaden just gonna be like, look, man, I'm trying to not stop doing. Please stop.
Jaden gonna be doing shit in the middle of the fight, like, hey man, you good, bro? Are you good, bro?
Shout out to 2000 Ravens. Smacking Chris Rock is the hood standard now. Y'all stop this foolishness. It's not about the hood standard. If you smack a nigga on the Grammys in front of the whole world, you're a different type of nigga, bro. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You know the type
but
of
not
nigga
if you do it. Not if you do it because your lady. Because you can't go back home because your lady, you just laughed at your lady right now being clowned by having a boy.
I don't give a fuck
he
about
did that
none
shit
of that.
He felt like he couldn't go back home. Baby.
Wait a minute, hold
up here.
It took nuts for him to slap. What's the name?
Wait a minute, so G, you agree with the smack? Did you agree with the smack?
Man, if you talk about my wife and I want to smack you, I'm gonna smack you.
Oh boy.
It ain't about if I agree with it. I don't gotta agree with no nigga. As long as he okay with the ramifications. You say some shit about my old lady, nigga, and I'm gonna smack the shit out of you.
But he thought it was cool at first, though, bro. That's the crazy shit about it,
then we don't have context on how long these jokes been going.
No, bro.
Going on.
Watch that replay.
You know what I'm not okay with? I'm not okay with Chris Rock not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's the bigger point.
That's
okay.
the thing I'm not okay.
Hey, I agree with you 100%. That's the
I don't
bigger
give a fuck
point.
what Chris Rock got. I don't give a fuck about what none of that old shit. Nigga, you need to see me later.
No, not later. Not later. If I'm Chris Rock, I gotta do something right then and there.
I'm talking about right now, nigga.
Yes.
Right now, nigga.
You gotta see
even
me
right now. If I got my nuts,
ain't no way you gonna see me.
The
The next place you see me at, nigga, we getting it shaking.
Okay, cool.
Even if
you didn't do all that, you thought this wasn't the right thing. I still need mine. Look, and this is what I'm talking about. It's a weird sentiment going on the internet right now where people trying to act like Will Smith is a mark for slapping him. No,
I'll be a mark.
No, that's the sentiment going on because it be so many marks. It be a bunch of mark ass niggas. What it is you niggas is marks because if somebody slap you and you don't do nothing, use a mark. And you can't.
But let me ask you though, right? The only thing I see him as being a mark for doing it was that nigga, you sat right there and laughed, nigga.
It was
when
funny.
the nigga said the joke, you laughed, looked at your girl and go, oh shit, she mad. Let me go back and shot this nigga. The fuck, nigga? You thought this shit was cool. You thought it was funny when he first did it.
That's cool.
So you thought it was funny.
You done bought your wife something. You done bought your old lady something, Trap, and she didn't like that shit, and you took it back, act like you got the wrong thing. Stop playing.
I'm not gonna lie, Trap.
Shit like that. Fuck is you
yes,
talking
you have,
hey,
nigga.
Hey, Trap.
For sure you have. You was like, oh, you didn't get this, and you went back and got the order she wanted.
Hey, Trap.
No,
hey, real shit though, Trap.
You better eat that shit.
You probably would have to do the same
man.
Shit,
but I understood why he did it. He's like, nigga, I gotta go home, I gotta go home, son. No,
yeah, exactly. I gotta go home.
I looked at her like, oh shit, she mad right now. And she see me laughing too. She see me sitting this shit laughing. I'm gonna clean this shit up. Let me try to shout this nigga real quick, B.
He probably just sized up the situation and was like,
I don't know what's going on with Will and Chris, or I don't know. I can't get into why he slapped him. Honestly, it's wrong. It's against the law. So however they proceed is how they proceed. I don't quite know why. But That's simp mode. It's not simp mode if you slap somebody over your wife, bro. Simp, that don't fit there. Simp is when you talking about some girl that you just messing with. Your wife is serious, bro. You defend your wife honor. That ain't no simp defending your wife honor. You keep making fun of my wife, nigga. I don't know the depth, but if you make fun of her and she don't like it, nigga, and I slap you, now we gonna go from there.
But you laughed at the joke first, though, B.
Because it was funny.
So your wife should smack the shit out of you for laughing at that shit.
She should have. But guess who the only low in the situation is? Will Smith.
I think the real problem came in for niggas is that they didn't feel like Jada be defending Will honor sometimes.
She don't. That's a fact.
So now it's like, nigga,
yeah, but I don't even want to get into all that.
I'm just saying, I think that's the real problem.
All I'm saying is I'm just not trying to judge what Will did because I don't know the context.
No.
Now with Chris, I get it. Maybe you don't want to squabble him right there because you don't want to lose that job. He's crazy. You might not be crazy. You don't got that money, so you tripping. Or da. But eventually, nigga, you got to see me. We got a problem. Right now, Chris Rock, you see Tony? Tony like, nah, bro, I need that for my brother. You know what? Why not call the police and press charges? Why Chris Rock didn't call the police? Because you know why? Because Chris Rock is street urban culture.
Even though I'm pretty sure Will Smith could beat them both up at the same time.
Well, you got to beat me up. You ain't just slapping me.
No, for sure.
One of my older homies, bro, I can fight. My older homie really can fight. That nigga slapped one of my homeboys before. And I mean, he slapped him so hard, dog. It was like the craziest slap I ever saw. And don't get me wrong, maybe my homie had it coming. Rest in peace to the homeboy Popeye. He probably had it coming. I don't know. But I told that nigga on the spot, I don't give a fuck how hard he punched. I don't give a fuck how cold he was. You're going to have to kill me with that. You slap me like that, just know
Popeye told me that.
You finna get cracking. You like, I don't give a fuck if you win. None of that. I don't give a fuck what you got to knock me out. You can't just be slapping on me and act like I'm a just exist.
My pop said, Joe, you can punch me, we gonna fight. You smack me now, I'm gonna shoot you. You ain't gonna just smack like I'm a bitch, nigga. Like,
I think Chris Rock, he really missed his opportunity when Will Smith turned his back on him.
Like, he supposed to kick that nigga in his ass.
Yeah, he's supposed to attack him right there and then let them break it up.
I don't want to judge. You been got the invite, Poetic. Flacco, you lying. I already told you, whenever you're ready, you could pop on, Flacco. Come on, get Flacco. This grown man conversation. Yep. He said, I still ain't get the invite to come on the pod and be with Bill. That's a lie, Flacco. It's an open door. We already passed that. You already, whenever you want. Long as you know over here at this level, it's intelligent people, and you're going to have to really think. You have to think over here, nigga.
Real shit.
They're going to make you think. You can't say that shit over
here. Don't be putting no broken heart emojis when you talking to a man, bro. What you doing, bro?
Because that's how we rock, and I'm always here for all the little bros. What I'm saying is, the problem with that is, all I'm saying to Chris Rock, even if today, Chris Rock's supposed to wake up today and call that nigga on the phone and tell that nigga I need that, bro. You're going to have to whoop my ass. For my own self.
Nah, he waited too long. Now it's done.
No, it's never over.
Nah.
No.
Done.
Fuck no. It ain't over.
It's done.
You owe me that. A nigga hit me from the back. Pause. A nigga hit me in the back of my head when I was 13. I fought that nigga when we was 31.
See, man, that's too much. That's too far.
No, it's not. I remember.
Your ass should have got him right then and there. You should have got him at 13.
It sound
you should have moved with him.
No, you know how psycho you is for that.
No, he moved
just like that.
He moved out of state. He moved out of the city. He moved from out the neighborhood.
I gotta go. Seen him when you were 31. You wanted to get a shaking
club as a rapper with money. Squabble cut down right on spot.
At 31 with money, I probably at 13 I was reckless. I was doing whatever. I don't give a fuck.
No,
but at 31 with money,
it might have been 12. The man hit me in the back of the head. I fell. Right?
But how old was he?
He was like 13, 14.
Oh no.
But it's not. He hit me and I fell. Right? And then I was kind of dazed. Like, what the fuck happened? He was gone. Right? So I'm like, damn. I'm like, what happened? They like, man, that was Jay and them. I'm like, Jay. They like that, so I go try to find him. He not around. The next day, I'm not lying. That nigga whole family moved. Like he did it because he knew they wasn't finna be there. I seen that nigga at a club in Hollywood.
Glasses made his list. He said, "I'm moving tomorrow, mom." All right, I got a nigga. I gotta go sleep.
Y'all think I'm playing? I'm not joking. Niggas really get down like that, bro. Niggas do some shit.
And you fought him when you see him in the club at 31.
31 years old, squabbled him down.
You're a maniac, B.
No, I'm not.
Glasses tripping though. That's too far.
That's like if a nigga say something to me in the comments. Nigga, you say some shit about my mama. You say some shit on some punk ass shit.
How you gonna tell them that for that? Somebody gonna say that now, B?
This nigga talking about blowing niggas pictures up and saving them.
I'm going to remember them.
Blowing pictures of niggas up and saving them. So if I ever
There you go.
consequence.
That's 8223 real one right there. I'm about to go get this nigga. Fuck out of here, B.
Glasses call it consequences. That's
Internet is not real, Glasses. You better not do no shit like that, bro.
It's consequence.
No.
It's consequence.
You being crazy at
Niggas
that point.
can't just say anything, bro.
Niggas can. That's why they got these buttons. That's why they say that shit.
And guess what? It come with, if I see you, we gonna see about it. They might win, but they gonna have to fight.
I care less about when these niggas saying whatever, nigga. Who gives a fuck, nigga? You don't go fight these niggas and
I understand what y'all saying.
What you got going on.
Listen, I respect what y'all saying.
Because a weirdo with a keyboard said some bullshit.
I respect what y'all saying. Y'all are so mature that people can say something and you ignore them. I am not that mature.
Now, if a nigga about you though, off this internet and try you, then I get it. Yeah,
no,
nigga don't gotta come in my face.
No, the thing about Glasses though,
come into my face because I got too much ketchup. I'll fight it.
For you to say that though, bro, and you do so many back and forth with these motherfucking weirdos, B. You just waiting for a nigga to say some crazy shit because you do mad back and forth.
I want to just log it down. Mental note, logged. Johnny 26. All them OVO fans that be saying shit to me, bro.
They be going crazy.
All the people I blow up their pictures, they just never had a real picture. I didn't went to niggas Instagram to try to see them. I seen niggas. You think if I don't see them, you said that about my mama, nigga, I'm finna fuck you around.
This nigga
that little storage room he got over there, he got mad pictures on the wall right there.
Bro, I got pictures in my memory. If somebody was talking crazy in my phone memory,
this
nigga,
is nice talker talk, nigga. This is nice talker talk. This is crazy talk here. This is crazy talk right here. This is not, you're not supposed to be doing this.
I'm gonna let y'all know this right now, though. If I'm with Glasses, you know what I'm saying, and he see one of you niggas, I'm gonna let him jump on your ass, though. I ain't holding him back either.
I'll tell you later. This why I don't want to go for this. See, we gonna be out there chilling and shit, eating a chicken sandwich or some shit. That nigga gonna be like, hey, there go 82629. Got him. And I'm gonna be like, nah, nigga, come on, man. Chicken sandwich is delicious right there. And then I'm from that area where you can't
even jump on your ass too. I'm close. I'm like,
too. Pretend like I'm in it. Come on. Like,
listen, people, shout out to everybody at the lunch table. It's people that pop on here and talk to me and say rude stuff. I don't even say nothing back to you.
Just block them.
No, I'm not. I'll give you that space. I'm not gonna say nothing. Again, because I know how to conduct myself, so I'm okay with doing that.
Man, you already know. Sometimes I see niggas talking shit about me. It's hilarious to me. I just laugh about this. I'm like, that shit funny. That shit funny.
Funny. No, if it's funny, I'll laugh at
nigga.
I know. I'm not saying if it's funny. If it's good, I'm not mad because you outwitted me.
Well, if it's funny and disrespectful though, at the same time.
No, it be niggas going out their way to say shit that's inappropriate. Like they don't just make the joke. Like if a nigga says something like, "Oh, Glasses Drake career way better," or "Your career is fair,"
fuck that
I'm
shit.
not talking about that.
I'm talking about the shit.
I'm talking about when niggas start. A nigga said something about my mama, nigga. A nigga said something about my mom. That's why your mom died in prison and got raped. I'm fucking you up.
Okay, nigga, that's ridiculous stuff. Like,
you
made me mad with that. Like, I got mad. I was like,
that's crazy. Come on, man.
You went Google all this shit, figure out what happened to my mom dying in prison and feds and all that. Fucking you up.
That's crazy right there, though.
That's crazy.
Somebody really did that?
Hell yeah, people be saying all kind of shit when they feel it be hurt.
Yeah, they say some crazy shit on the internet, man.
Yeah. I be listening to niggas. That's why I keep telling niggas on ADHD. I'll be like, bro, if you say I'm not the rest of these niggas, I keep telling niggas, I'm not the rest of these niggas, bro. If you say some shit about me, people who know me, King, you know me. I'm the type of person, I'm going to be where you're at. And I'm going to press a line real fast. And if you say something that's too wrong, I'm taking off on you right off on the spot. We're not even going, you're going to have to squabble.
No more boxing for Glasses. See, this nigga's using it for the evil.
That's not the evil.
Like, this nigga evil.
It's a tool of justice.
It's not justice, nigga.
It is justice.
This nigga's Lex Luthor. He got his own definition of justice. He's crazy.
Right now, that nigga Tree said, "Fagrify words, nigga, we can get down right off the rip." What you like? The best gangbang expression in the world is, well, what you saying?
That's it.
What you saying? Like all that you saying? What you saying? Like where is it at? So, but niggas done already said some shit that's too far. So, but I was thinking about that with that whole Drake thing. I was like, damn, bro, like his problem is it's not, he don't really have fandom, like not in the culture. He has fandom outside, but he don't have fandom in the culture. Like the fandom in the culture is more rooted in people not trying to identify what they think that I am. And that's why people who come to the lunch table be like, oh, Glasses be thinking he not. This is how most Crips and Bloods are. Most Crips and Bloods are not these dumb ass ignorant niggas you think. They've been through a lot of trauma. People might do drugs. They might be drinking a lot to deal with it. But listen to some of these people talk, bro. They are really thinkers. Some of my older homies are some of the smartest people I've ever met.
That's agree. Agree.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I get it. You think you're not us, and that becomes a thing. So
Patty Pendergrass.
but you really are. Like De La Soul is more Glasses Malone than they are Drake.
Shit, man. Niggas
They are.
daisies.
I hate to hear
Daisies.
that.
Like I've talked
mean,
to Q-Tip. I never got nothing but New York City from Q-Tip.
Yeah, but I'm talking about their music, the way they come across in the music, though. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah. When the mic goes, when the mic get turned off and all that shit, yeah, they probably, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he from North Side Queens, North Side Jamaica Queens.
Common.
Yeah.
Common is more
Common too,
Glasses
Common too, yeah.
You naming 50-year-old niggas though.
I'm talking
Drake,
about
these are not Drake fans.
Kodak Black is more Glasses Malone than Drake.
And he's a Drake fan?
Kodak, nigga. Okay, Kodak Black, nigga. Come on now.
He not like you. He do drugs. He do
nigga.
drugs. He ain't like you. Nigga do
No,
drugs.
I'm just sober, but all y'all like me, niggas just drink and do drugs. Some niggas is
Yeah,
like that.
but he said Kodak though, nigga. Like, come on.
I'm just telling you, anybody who think they identify is way more like me if you within the culture. If your mother and dad grew up in street urban culture and moved you to the suburbs, you still more like me. If you live somewhere in street urban culture where the culture is dominant, you like more like me, you're gonna think the same way. Even if you grow up somewhere like in New York, you can grow up where your parents, you feel me, are more like well off. You could grow up where in the neighborhood that ain't that bad, but if you go to school with people that grew up in street urban culture, you more like me.
Glasses, you sound like you're doing an ad right now, nigga. Like you more like me. You niggas.
No,
more
I'm not saying saying that. I'm just saying
these
like
niggas are not like you.
they are.
No,
All right, I'm telling
they
you.
not. Nigga, like you. I'm telling you. I be trying to tell you. You the last of the Mohicans, nigga. It's you and probably 1,000, 2,000 other niggas like you, and then the rest of these niggas. These new niggas are new niggas.
If they will fight because somebody hit them, they are more like me than Drake.
Man, you gotta let that P shit go, man. Drake is fighting niggas now. If they touch
he's
him.
not. Puff punched him and didn't do nothing. That was years
Man,
after.
What's that nigga? Hey,
He got
right
robbed
now,
for a chain. He didn't do nothing after.
let one of you niggas bump into Drake. Drake will fire on one of y'all niggas now.
That's because he's rapping that and you see in the video, so you believe it.
Drake gonna fuck on y'all up.
History says no. You see when that man called him a bitch, he still was arguing with the man.
But you see, he was close.
No, he wasn't.
He was. You can see
He
in his
never
eyes, he was
stopped the
close.
truck.
He was close.
He
was
never
close.
stopped the truck. He kept driving.
Hey, Trap,
Nah,
what you think about Will Smith's album?
Will Smith's album.
Honestly, I ain't listen to it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I ain't listen to it.
I've been listening to the Will Smith fruit. I've been listening to the Will
The
Smith
freestyle was dope, but I ain't listen to that. I ain't listen to the album. though.
wait a minute. Was that considered a freestyle when that nigga was dressing up like a woman? What was that?
Yeah, that was
Was that the album or was
I
that
sent
little
you
video?
that, yeah.
Was that you who said
Yeah,
that?
I said that.
Yeah, that little
What
shit
was
that.
What the shit is that?
Man, Will Smith is an entertainer. Could y'all stop with this whole punk ass shit and let that man entertain?
Dressed up like a woman, he was rapping.
I ain't gonna lie. I think Will Smith will squabble you down.
Who?
Like
Talking
he
to
have a
Coach.
problem because Coach is a fighter.
Talking to who? Coach?
Yeah, he'll squabble you down, King.
Wait, why we talking about why?
Cause I keep thinking because King talking about like the niggas of Mark because the niggas are entertaining and wear
Nigga Mark.
dresses. That nigga squabble you down, bro. I'll set that up too.
Set it up.
All right.
Nah, come on, man. Hey, first of all,
Nah, we ain't doing that.
hey, King, my man, though. I fuck with
Exactly.
King,
Set it up.
but Will Smith will knock King out.
I would just-
Like what we
Wow.
talking about right now? Will Smith beat up
Set
King in
it
like
up.
3-4 seconds. Like this wouldn't be no long
Set it
fight.
up.
Why you trying to get beat up by Will
King,
Smith?
this motherfucker like my height, way more build, way more shape, and he fight.
Smart money might be on Will against me. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean,
Real change of Muhammad Ali, B. Real shit is real.
I'm
He
saying.
from Philly.
now if it
Will
was
got
an
the
all-out
Philly shell and all that, B.
shooting all
Will
that,
shit crazy.
I don't think he gonna throw his life away. You
You
gonna
don't
throw
think
your
I
shit
can
away.
put no gloves on?
What are you talking about? In a street fight, Will Smith will beat his ass.
No, I'm talking about
What
where
are
he
you
got a
talking about right
knife and a hammer, the rocks and shit. For sure, King is one of them people that'll hit a nigga with a hammer.
Yeah, right.
No,
here.
nigga, Will
These
Smith ain't
two
about to let this
hammers
nigga
right
to no
here.
hammer.
Wait a minute, if y'all
These
just
two
went
hammers
physical,
Come, he
here.
take him up top, King.
These two
Take him up top, King.
Hey,
Hey,
ain't
these
gonna
two
lie.
hammers right here. That's
Will,
it.
okay. Hey, can I
I
just
don't
throw
need
this out
no
here?
pistol.
Hey, cause I ain't talking no shit about Will Smith. I said the nigga dressed up like a. I was just trying to say the nigga dressed
I
up like a
don't
woman
need
on
no
this shit.
pistol.
Will Smith beat everybody up on this live stream right now. I got
I
my money
beat
on
the shit out of Will
Will
Smith.
Smith.
I beat the shit out of Will. You bugging the fuck
Will
out.
Smith
I know,
dog walking
Trev,
you.
that's what I'm
What are you
saying, Trev.
talking about, nigga? You think you got that
I even
eyes on
from
Will?
that.
Nah, listen. I'm gonna say Will Smith. Will Smith
have
did
no question on
did
what you're
prepare and train himself as fucking to be Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
a-
Like he
tell
got
you
some
one thing.
footwork. He
Ali,
got
I'm
smaller.
not
That's
asking
Ali.
for. Don't get me wrong. If he said something, I try him, but I'm not playing with that nigga like that.
That's
I
Ali.
lean on Will
I'm not
Smith.
playing with his name. I tell you that much.
I
All these
lean
niggas
on Will
that
Smith.
name, King tripping. I'm not playing with
Will
that nigga
Smith will
name.
line us all up and knock us all
Yeah,
out.
I don't
Nah,
want.
Will,
You know what I
Will
mean?
Smith. Will Smith might get a good 45 seconds from me. After that, he might have right
King,
there.
you wouldn't even throw no punch. He'll smack the shit out of you and just drop
You
you.
said the nigga ain't knocking me out with no
What's
slap.
happening
Listen,
right now?
you and Diddy will be a good squabble. You and
Who,
Diddy about the
Trap
same
and Diddy?
side. No, you.
I got
King.
my money on Diddy.
They said Diddy beginning shaking
I got
though.
my money on
They said
King.
Diddy beginning shaking though.
Diddy had knocked King out.
Nah, King will beat
Okay,
the
I'm
shit
They
out
said
of Diddy.
Diddy beginning shaking.
I'm gonna have to come to your next
King will
practice.
beat the dog
and
shit out of Diddy.
Hey,
What are we talking
Glasses, I'm gonna have to come to your next practice.
Hey,
and
any
shit.
nigga that
And,
rub man moose on his nipples can scrap. Like that nigga.
What?
Can scrap. Now I'm
What?
saying, like,
Damn,
Hey,
Moose.
ain't no way that Diddy can't beat King up in no fight.
Nah, I got King on Diddy.
I'm-
King will beat Diddy ass.
I'm really just doing that because King be fucking with me all the
No,
time.
King.
I got you against Diddy, King. I got you.
Hey,
No,
against
no.
Diddy.
Shout out to 2,000 Ravens. I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't think Diddy a clown, and I'm not playing with his name. I really would squabble Diddy, bro. Cause Diddy got a reputation. He done squabbled enough niggas. Like they had to pull me off of Diddy because I'ma think he gonna go all the way. You know what I mean? I'm whooping on Diddy.
What's all the way?
Cause Diddy get cracking. Diddy done punched on niggas. He
What's all
choked
the
J.
way?
Cole. Nigga just
so what's
nigga
the
tried to
difference
blow a
with Will
car.
Smith, then?
Nigga, you
No,
better.
Will Smith is a big old nigga that really throw
He been
hands.
slapping on motherfuckers and all
Yeah,
that
I'm not.
shit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not playing with Will. No. Like Will is a real squabble. Like if I had to squabble Will, like I take that's Diddy. I'm a squabble him, but he is kind of littler and he Diddy. Will Smith, yeah. How you talking about Diddy? Will, I ain't playing with Will Smith name like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
Because I done been around this nigga. I done talked to him once or twice. I didn't get none of that energy. Like, yeah, this nigga on no punk shit. Like squabbling Will's probably a real squabble. Like that
No, for
nigga's a
sure.
real squabble. Like Diddy for you, that'd be because Diddy ain't no punk, bro. Like he punching on niggas, he slapping on shit, all that. Like a nigga doing all that.
other shit to niggas.
Yeah, he
too.
getting everything. He getting all the punches. He getting everything. Ain't no mercy. But Diddy little too, like compared to me. Like, but Diddy and you, yeah, that's the same size.
I'd rather fight Will
I
Smith.
wouldn't even fight Diddy if he was my size.
I'd rather
or
fight
smaller.
Will Smith. Because
Yeah,
you know,
Diddy?
if Will, no, I'm
I
saying
was
because if
fighting-
Will Smith beat you, you know it's the fight is over that after that. What if you lose to Puffy?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know
fight
what that
little
nigga.
people.
I don't know where it's going after that. Like
wouldn't
I
fight
just need to.
Coach.
I'm trying to fight and leave, nigga. Like
You
Coach is
think if Diddy knock you out, he gonna take advantage of you?
nigga, what the
knock
fuck?
you out?
I'm too small,
Coach
nigga.
is
Like
too small. I wouldn't fight Coach.
nigga,
All right, man, don't.
I'm a lot bigger than you
I
think.
couldn't fight Coach.
How much you think?
Why you let him annoy you?
I don't.
This nigga know goddamn well he would not fight you.
Hey,
Got
Coach
nothing to do
too
with
small.
size.
I wouldn't even. I wouldn't fight King. My
Coach too
plus I'm
small.
scared of King.
So wait a minute, you really want to squabble Will Smith?
Man, I'll squad just because.
Set it up. Set it up.
We think you can squabble him. I just think
I don't.
he's a big old boy. That's a lot for you.
I'll score on his ass. I'll score him every round.
You might score, but he probably gonna knock
He's
you
not gonna land a
unconscious.
punch. Why are we talking? So I be talking crazy as fuck. I think if G fought Will Smith, my money on G. Nigga, I think if Trap fight Will Smith, my money on Trap. If I fight with Will Smith, I'm not gonna front. I be talking crazy, but I'll probably knock Will Smith ass out. But
Right.
you, on the other hand, Will Smith is beating the shit out. Like
That's
you're
a
not
big
gonna
old
land a
dude,
punch.
King.
You're not gonna land one punch.
And I don't know quite how much he boxed, but I don't know. I like
What
you,
makes you
Diddy.
think-
He's
I
Ali.
Hold on, what makes you think I can't box?
We don't think you can't
He
box.
fucking with you, man. Chill out, King.
You're too far past your
King,
prime.
I got you, King. King, I got you, King. I got you,
The
King.
problem is, King, you're a little too
I'll
damn
keep a
old and
motherfucker
small.
off of me.
You feeble.
Yeah, because
Hey,
you established.
He about to, he probably about the same age as Will Smith, though.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Hell no. King is 70-some years old.
No, he not. King ain't no goddamn 70. Cut it out.
Oh, he not.
I'm 57.
Yeah, King, yeah, Will Smith about the same age.
Yeah, that's a tell him.
Wait, but
Trap.
hell, how old is Will Smith?
About 50, about 60.
Tell him,
about
Trap.
60.
Hold up, man. G, you
Dead
looking at
ass. Look it up. He did that. They probably the same age.
Is G not looking at? I don't know what.
No.
I
You
thought
gotta, you gotta remember. Will Smith came out at fucking like 85, 86, man. Like, bro, Will Smith ain't no.
He might be close to Coach age.
nigga.
No, King
Coach
age.
age, King age.
Fuck up.
You looking it up? You looking it up?
What year was he born?
Let me see.
Coach looking at
How
us.
old
Yeah,
is Will
I'm
Smith?
looking at
They
Yeah,
might
love
do be born in the same year. Damn, that's true.
Coach is Coach.
Yo, he 56. Will Smith 56, B.
Will Smith 56 years old.
What year was
Yeah,
he
he
born?
56.
I will get
He
down.
born in 68.
Oh, they was
too.
born in the same
You
year.
born in 68 too?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
look, all bullshit aside, if you and Will Smith fought, I'll be going for you.
Yeah.
I'll be going for you. I could just put
Well,
no
now,
money.
He thought Will Smith was 44.
Shout out
I'll
to
be
Juan
going for you.
Morales. Hey, coach, who wins, Drake or Will Smith? Will Smith
Will
will
Smith
beat the dog shit out of Drake.
Out of Drake.
He'll be. I just be I be fucking around, y'all.
Hey,
Hey,
Trap.
Will Smith will beat up Drake so bad.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I honestly, when I knock Will Smith out, I don't even know. Like Will Smith is a big nigga.
That's a big old dude. If
And he in
trained
shape
hard,
too. He in shape like a motherfucker too.
Hey, Trap. They
What's up,
better,
bro?
they better learn about all the boxers that come out of Tacoma.
we know about the box that come out of the
They better learn how we grow up.
Hey, but knowing that Will Smith is 56
A lot of
now,
boxers from Philly though too. Philly got a lot of boxers too though,
knowing that
bro.
he's 56 though, knowing that he's 56, I got my money. I got my money on. Hey, I got my money all the way on G and Trap now.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
didn't know that
shaking.
nigga was that old. Like G
Look,
younger than younger.
Shout out to Juan
Yeah,
Morales.
yeah,
I'm not saying I don't think Drake can fight. I just don't think Drake will fight. Like Drake just don't strike me as a person that's going. He trained. He a big old dude. He not no little dude. He got some good size. He just, man, you gotta be raised to fight. It's something else. You know what I mean? Like, and if it's your first fight, even if you train, it's different when somebody hits you. Like somebody hit you in your face, it's a different thing to have to adjust to. So I don't think Drake is completely incapable of fighting.
Broken noses. I get down.
A long time ago, King. Look, no, I tell you one thing. I finna squabbling nigga. King was right behind that nigga, right, squabbling with him. So I know he ain't no punk shit.
No, hey, for sure. I think that King will get down with anybody up in here, like, and will help them get down. That's why I don't even like you and King hanging around that much together. Because I think G already a loose cannon and shit. He already run around here fighting niggas off the net.
Something that I think I misunderstood what he said. The nigga was in Memphis. I was like, what, nigga? I started to scrub on that nigga. King got behind him so quick, and I was like, oh, we finna fuck this nigga around.
I do security when I'm.
No, I feel like I'd have to go with y'all niggas just to make sure y'all niggas can't be easy out of these streets. King just seem like a nigga egging nigga on. Hey, G, that is him. That is the nigga who's talking shit online. Yes, get him. Nah, like y'all niggas need supervision. Apparently,
I wait for motherfuckers like you to underestimate me.
I don't
underestimate nobody.
I don't underestimate you.
Shout out to Larry Love. Diddy stole on Drake and he spit on the back. He ain't do nothing. Grown man, I don't think it. I mean, if you ain't raised up to really defend yourself, that's what I'm saying though.
Drake was young.
That was not that long ago.
He was young, nigga.
The fan is coming back out again.
No, I'm saying he was young, and then my nigga,
like 27. Coach.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, he was 27, and he's still growing into his prime. And then on top of that,
still
nigga,
growing into his prime. He finna be 40.
Coach, you defended Drake?
Hey, no, I'm saying Drake might be like me. Two niggas I don't fight. I don't fight bums, and I don't fight nigga homosexual dudes, and nothing against homosexual dudes. But I just not rolling around with
Diddy?
you.
Like, I don't think that's not why he fought Diddy.
I think that's probably why he probably like I don't want to roll around with this nigga. Like, who know the diddler get me? Nah, nigga.
Whoop a nigga
why
ass.
you gonna be rolling around
gay
with
nigga ass?
Go hit him and knock him out.
I whoop a gay nigga. I whoop Magic Johnson ass son like he stole something.
Why would you? Hell, okay, I see, nigga. Yeah, you better leave that nigga.
That's why I say all that gay shit don't mean nothing. That nigga whoop your ass. I ain't playing with that nigga.
And that's why I draw my
whole guest beat the shit out of a nigga one time outside cafeteria being in the city.
That's what I'm saying. Hell no, you don't lose that fight.
I'm just saying if G fought Magic Johnson's son, we'd have to jump Magic Johnson's son, and that'd be weird.
Man, Johnson's son got some size on board.
I know, and then I gotta.
That's a big old young motherfucking nigga.
Yeah.
Imagine that shit jumping Magic Johnson's son. That'd be crazy.
Okay, Trap, what's up with Queens, man? What's up with Nicki, dog? I keep asking you this. You keep ignoring me.
She want her motherfucking money, B. That's what she want, B.
So she trolling.
He owe her money. He owe her money, B.
So she trolling.
He owe her money. So look, right? I think there's gonna be more people coming out saying stuff about that because when Tidal started off, you know what I'm saying? He got a bunch of artists, you know what I'm saying, to come about, you know what I'm saying, and show support the Tidal. He promised some equity within the company. You know what I'm saying? 3% of the company.
Oh, I heard that. I know. I remember that.
And then like a Brooklyn nigga, you know what I'm saying? When he sold the company, he ain't break them off their money they supposed to got. You know what I'm saying?
Like a Brooklyn nigga? Is that Innoboro beef?
He took that money and ran with it, B. He took that money and ran with it.
Hey, Trap.
So
go ahead. Do you think?
I'm done. Go ahead.
Hey, Trap, I had a question for you about Nicki. So is Nicki coming across like that auntie that used to be cool back in the day?
You know what's funny? And not to cut you off, Coach.
I know what you're saying, no, Coach.
Yeah, please.
No, I'm just saying.
Please cut Coach
it's
off.
like 50 Cent.
Okay.
That's how it reminds me.
So you think Nicki remind you of 50 Cent?
The energy right now is 50
They
Cent.
from the same hood. They from the same hood. You know what I'm saying? They from the same. I said, yo, 50 gonna jump on her side.
No, that's what
50 gonna jump on her side.
when they owe him money. You
Yeah.
start trolling them.
What, $200 million though?
I don't know the number.
That number, no, I'm just saying that's a crazy number that she threw out there.
Shout out to Castaway from the Bay. He's saying, Steve said she didn't even sign the contract.
No, it was like a handshake deal probably. All of them posted. Madonna was on the shit. Cole, Nicki, who else? It was like 5 different artists though. Be that like sat at the table, was big enough, title and all that shit. And then when Ho sold the joint for the 300 and something million. You know what I'm saying? The old boy, he ain't break none of them off. He supposed to get him equity. He supposed to get him 3% equity.
Why nobody else doing this?
Ain't nobody else stepping up to Ho. Niggas don't want to step up to Ho for saying that.
Coming across like that crazy auntie now. She acting like crazy auntie.
Nicki come across like she broke.
Could have came across hard times. Who knows?
Yeah.
When hard times, I'm gonna remember everybody owe me some money.
I'm gonna go back up off of it because I don't quite know what's going on. And if it's some money of that proportion,
you know good and damn well. 200. Why Madonna ain't say shit?
I don't know what's going on.
Madonna up.
I'm saying, nigga, I don't give a fuck. $200 million though. I don't give a fuck how up I am. I still need my 2
I don't
million.
think it's 20 million. I don't think it's 20 million. I think it's the
number that throwing niggas off that she
they
do
always
out.
put a zero on shit. So
yeah.
Yeah,
it could be 20 million. It could be 20 million. Yeah, you're right. It could be 20 million.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a number that making Nicki seem a little, like I said, Nicki was super cool back in the day. Now she coming across like crazy auntie.
They throw a zero on everything.
That's a fact. I agree with him on that one though. She definitely threw a zero on that one, right? He might have threw 2 zeros.
When people owe 50 Cent money, he start trolling their ass on Twitter. So
50 Cent ain't never add no zeros, that many zeros on something though. That's crazy.
But that'll get her balls. I got her balls riled up though. Cause that's the thing right there. So now it's like this, right? It's crazy because I go through the comment sections, right? What's gonna really end up being crazy is that the fact that it's gonna be the Beehive versus the Bobs, B. Cause you read the comments though, B, they like, yo, the Beehive was like, yo, listen, you got one more time to say something about Beyonce and we on your ass. You know what I'm saying? You got to
be a clash.
It's gonna be crazy.
Toxic fan bases and history.
Y'all niggas, hey, y'all under in the Beehive.
Beehive. No, the Beehive and the Bobs gonna go at it. They gonna go at it.
They gonna go at it, nigga. But the Beehive is crazy. The Beehive might erase Nicki.
I don't know. But the Bobs is crazy though too.
Nigga, the Beehive, nigga. What? The Beehive, nigga.
Yeah, they crazy.
They
crazy.
Okay.
Nigga,
they crazy. They better be quiet. They better stand down.
Yo,
they gotta make moves.
You gotta read the joke. They be in the chat like you got one more time to say something about Mr. Carter and we on your ass. They going crazy on it.
I'm surprised the Beehive never lived this long, to be honest with you.
Word, that's a fact.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's a fact. They on it though.
Beyonce in a minute, it's coming because she looked like she's spiraling.
You think?
She say something about B, it's gonna be over. B, it's gonna get ugly.
It's gonna be Bars versus the Beehive.
The Beehive versus the Bobs, B. That's gonna be ugly.
Let me ask y'all a question. What y'all think about Carrie Hilson last album?
Well, she put another album out?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Beehive.
They cracked her up real quick.
They about to carry Hilson her ass.
I don't think they could do that to they can't do that to Nicki though, man. Nicki done became such like a big like icon pop star like that though, B. That's why I understand why she's doing this for. I think it's more. They said it even comes from like the Wayne shit, like Wayne getting snubbed from the Super Bowl. Okay. It comes from there. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know where it's. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more onto it, but they said it's mostly because of the what's that? Because of that title shit though. That's why she bringing up the money and all that.
You gotta hit your Queens Connects and get them scoops, bro. I'm
gonna find out what's going on. Cause I was trying to find out what it was. I'm like, why is she going at Hove like this for? This is crazy. And it was like the most I did when the research was that it was because of the title shit. It's because of the title shit. And like every so often she'll bring it up. You know what I mean? Ever since he sold the shit.
I don't know, man. Sometimes Nicki making me wonder if she's on drugs sometimes.
Oh no, no. I mean, I'm not gonna put that on, but you know.
I'm just saying one.
He's saying it's not unbelievable.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You think you think she's just missing Safari?
You're right, Glasses.
Nah.
Him and Coach is the same. You're right. Him and Coach want to say certain things. They be, towing the line and shit. Don't want to offend.
Because I don't want to I just don't want to put that out on somebody like that though. Because I don't know for sure.
Offend people all the time.
So you'll whoop 50's ass?
What? I can't fight nobody. I told you I can't beat nobody up.
Hold up. Listen to this. This is something that's bothering me too. Hold up.
They celebrating him. This is what this man is. I talked about his character, bro. In court, we heard stuff that came up that none of us know. They out here celebrating. Yo, and talking about, yo, what Gene gonna do now? How Gene feel now? Gene good in the hood. I could go open up my refrigerator. I'm not here to praise this nigga. I'd rather see him buried.
It's crazy.
Gene
So I
Deal
did it.
says he wants Puff buried. Diddy buried.
Why?
I
Why?
don't know, man.
I feel
What's
like
the
it's personal with
extremes?
him though. Y'all don't feel like it's kind of personal with Gene?
But to be that personal, something Puffy must know something about Gene to be that.
Nah, he cut
serious.
his water off, man. That's all that shit is, man. He cut his water off, man. It's over.
Okay.
That's what you mad about, B. Go do something. You been holding around all these motherfucking blog sites and all this shit like that. Want to tell
I
this man
thought it was
shit
just
he
me
is.
when I used to say this shit about 3 years ago. I'm like, Gene, bro, you was around this dude. Why you didn't do nothing to him?
Mhm.
Try to stop him or something. You
Make
big
you
nigga.
wonder what you did with him. Shit.
That's actually a good question.
What's funny is I think Gene didn't do nothing with him.
I'm not saying nothing that he don't have to be freaky, but just in general.
Like I think it's just like at which place you got to turn it, Gene. You got to turn into that old man from New Jack City.
Oh hell no!
That's where we at.
You got what?
Oh, idolater, your soul belongs in hell. You got to go to that level.
You got to meet him on the steps outside the courtroom.
Bro, he got to go to that level.
Oh wow!
Because at this point,
Talking too much about this man. That shit
Jesus
crazy.
Christ, fool. You can't be this mad at this dude. Like you spend a lot of time with him and you ain't been with him a lot of time. Eventually, just do something to him or something, bro, because it just looked crazy.
But why is he this mad at him? Nobody knows, huh?
I mean, yeah, he keeps saying all this stuff happened. He blames Puff for Biggie dying. He saw some of the stuff that was happening with the old ladies and all of that, with the girls that Puff was dating. He said he used to see it all the time and he tried to stop him, but it's just, damn, you want him dead? You want to see him buried?
That shit crazy.
Yeah, him saying that is him feeling the way he feeling to that extreme is crazy.
And he was showing up to the court dates too. He was showing up there, like nigga was showing up to the court dates, all type of shit. I tell people all the time, B. Come on, bro. Like what that man did to you to make you really want a man to go to jail for life, B.
So could that cause you to lose your street card, hood card, hip hop card?
No, because you know that shit personal. That shit with Gene and Diddy personal, but I've been saying it for. I'm like, Gene, like, what's up with you, fool? Like, do something to this dude, man.
Okay, I got a question for you, Glasses. Since you said that situation was personal, how about this situation? Anybody telling any personal business to the public, is that okay?
You see what Larry Love said?
Oh, Larry Love Glasses. Now he just said yesterday he lost his job with the corrections and Diddy had the feds investigating him over Biggie being murdered. How could the
He
feds
said that?
Yes, but how could that be possible? People can't have feds investigating you over Biggie murder. Like it don't work that way. Like brothers can't put the feds on nobody. Maybe like if it was like a white rich man, but ain't no brother can put the feds on you.
They trying to say Diddy is telling that like Gene did it or something?
No, he's saying it was his fault he lost his job. I mean, that would make sense. Okay, like if he mad at him that long, but didn't do something to him, bro.
See, I think Glasses make the perfect. I think we, as black people, we got to stop letting our personal shit affect the whole. And I think in this situation, Gene is letting his personal feelings for Puffy affect what he shouldn't bring this into this court shit. Like,
yeah, definitely.
He should be happy. He should be wanting Puffy to get out early as possible so he can fuck him up.
I don't get why he ain't fucked him up yet.
That's what don't make sense to me.
He been telling all these stories of stuff he stopped Puff doing and seeing Puff.
It don't make sense.
And Gene, the big old dude, he got to be able to fight. Like whoop
Not
his
all
ass.
big dudes can fight.
Yes,
yeah, but he's a bodyguard, so he gonna do something.
Not all big bodyguards just big sometimes.
Well, he got to be able to do better than Drake or J. Cole.
He got to be at least willing to fight though.
Yeah.
I would imagine he's willing to fight. And if Puffy wronged you this bad, or you feel so bad about Puffy, stop taking your personal shit and bringing it into the whole scheme of shit, and take that shit and be personal with it.
Who's that bodyguard the plumber was gonna fight and dude started to pull out a gun? He spit on the plumber.
I don't even know.
I don't know.
I have no clue.
I don't watch none of that.
You know that trap.
Any of that stuff, and all of them channels and shit. I don't watch that shit. All that shit with them people. They be.
You're not talking about Aaron the plumber, is you?
Yeah, where dude spit on Aaron the plumber.
Why would you even talk? I wouldn't even talk about that dude.
I think, but no, what I was gonna say is about the bodyguard. You know, he was a big nigga, but he seemed like he didn't want. You know,
yeah,
like
but you can't watch that. That's not what we talking
pull
about.
a gun
That's a
out.
TV show bodyguard. We talking about a real. Gene Deal was the real deal.
Oh, okay.
Nah, Gene Deal was official. He official.
He was
He
real.
official.
Shout out to Larry Love. That's what he said. He said because he was involved in a murder guarding Puff, he became part of the investigation. I agree. He should have put hands on him. He wrote a whole book. Should have been punched on, cuz. Like, he just be mad and shit. And it make him sound bitter. And it's
That's a
crazy.
great word. He sound bitter. He sound bitter.
Turned his water off.
You said what?
Turned his water off, man. He get no more paper from Puff. This. He probably told nigga, yo, listen, don't worry about the correctional job, man. I got you, bro.
Marcus Mitchell said Gene can't get close to Diddy. I doubt it. Diddy don't seem like he the type of person ducking nothing.
But it seemed like a lot of people that came out against Diddy was mad because they got their water turned off.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
a lot of them.
And then on top of that, Gene come across bitter, like G said, but he also come across, and I no disrespect, like I'm not calling no bitch or no pussy or nothing like that, but he come across a little soft because he probably should have did something then and there. Like when you was there,
that's how I felt.
You should have done something while you was around him. Like people say he can't get around him now. You was around him, and you disliked a lot of shit he was doing. Speak up now.
That's how I feel about Mason. And everybody know I love Mace, being a fan of Mace, but it's like y'all got so much to say about this nigga. Man, you'll never hear me talking shit about what Birdman or Mac 10 did. Because if they did some weird shit in front of me, we had a problem right on the spot. They'd have been writing about it in the paper. They'd have been writing about it right then and there. If Mac 10 was over there just slapping girls up and beating them up and letting people in his back door and all this old crazy shit, we'd had a problem on the spot. If I'm with Stunner Man and Stunner got all this old shit going on, we'd had a problem. We would have had a problem instantly. Like our beings would have clashed. Right there. Like that's why I don't have anything bad to say about a Mac 10 or a Birdman or Lil Wayne. I never saw the shit nobody else talking about. And I would be around them. I never saw that shit. Or maybe they just wouldn't do it in front of me. Either that, it was something different. But I don't believe they the people that's doing this. So that's what bothers me about Gene Deal. Like if you saw Puff doing all this unsavory shit that you say you witnessed, because that's a big part of what he does when he's creating content is talk about what he witnessed. If you saw all this and you witnessed this, bro, handle your business.
My thing is, if you seen it, everybody make a mistake or everybody go back and be like, man, I should have handled that differently. You know, there's a lot of time. But my thing is years and years of handling it wrong, though. Like, I can understand if he seen Puff doing some shit one day and he was like, and then he went to sleep and he was like, man, I probably should have said something about that. And then you see him the next day and then a month after that and the 2 months after that, and you just let the shit slide for years. Yeah. Nah, nigga, that's
we can't
weird.
We can let women be unaccountable. Like they could do some goofball shit, like somebody mistreat them and then they come back and let them and then still like them. But men, we ain't letting. We already got ladies. We already got to let ladies get away with that. We ain't letting you dudes get away with that.
That's G's thoughts. I don't think you should let women get away with it.
That's just how it goes. Women can't even be cold outside, man. If you left your jacket at home and you got a jacket on and your old lady cold,
can't
you
walk in the
jacket,
puddle.
you're gonna be found at in society.
Can't walk in a puddle.
If your old lady pumping her own gas and you sit in the car, we're gonna talk about you.
Should we let
you gotta share your food with them? You know what I'm saying? Come on, they hungry, they gotta eat their food. Yo, they just reach over, eat your food. Let me taste that. Don't even ask you for nothing.
We should. Yes, we should.
Shout out to Marcus Mitchell. Mob James talk about Suge just how Gene talks about Diddy. Maybe there's animosity from bodyguards in general. Mob James pressed Suge and then stopped being like Suge wouldn't bring him around no more. Mob James can't tell you a bunch of shit Suge did, like not no Buster shit, because James would have pressed him. Like James can't tell you no situations where Suge just slapping girls and he ain't sit by and watch all that shit happen. You know what I mean? You got to eventually, if you don't think something right, you got to stand up for it, even when it's going to cost you some money. Even when it's going to cost you some money. Let me go through the super chats before we get up out of here. Sherry, thank you for the $20. Shout out to King and Trap for always standing up for me.
Got you, Sherry.
Good looking,
Wait a
Sherry.
minute, hold up, Sherry.
We
Wait a
going to
minute,
lunch
hold
with
up,
that
Sherry.
20,
Sherry,
Sherry.
I'll be the only nigga in here standing up for you, Sherry. These niggas be down in you, dogging you, saying all type of shit. I'll be in
sound
here
like
really
Drake
standing
though.
tall for
Man,
you, Sherry.
still not real, Sherry.
No,
Yeah,
nigga,
told
I'm the only. What is
He
Sherry
just
talking
sold
about?
us out, Trap.
It was
He just
crazy.
sold
Right.
us out.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Baseline. Thank you for the $2. Phil got that money back at that pool hall. Yes, he did. I stopped playing with
Minnesota
Phil.
fat style.
Shout out to
Didn't
Baseline.
throw
Thank
one
you
punch.
for the $2. Did you fade him like Jay and Silent Bob? Squabbled him down. Like I remember he just did it to me. Shout out to Petty Pendergrass. Thank you for the $10.
Petty
My little
Pendergrass,
bro
hilarious.
daddy beat up my mama when I was 15. I caught him when I was 27 and beat him.
There you go.
His friend at the family reunion, no expiration on disrespect. I agree with Glasses, my man.
No, nigga, but that's a different case, though. Come on now.
Yeah.
Okay.
This nigga Glass got hit in the back of his head when he was 12.
That shit hurt.
18 years. 18 years ago.
Nigga
17
beat my
years.
mama. Yeah, it's on for life. Nigga, like,
So if somebody put you in the back of your head, how long does that last? What's the
that
statute
lasts
of
for
limitation?
because I'm gonna handle that shit right then and there, nigga. After I
I'm
wake
saying, but
up.
let's say
He was
hit you and you
gone.
just was
He
unconscious.
was gone.
All right, so dude was
Nah, not at
gone.
15,
So
bro.
I got about a month or two that I could handle that.
So that's
After
the
that,
statute
you
of
good.
limitation, 6
But
months. So if you
statute of
saw him 5 months later, you like, I
You
ain't
talking about
tripping this.
12? At 12 years old, the statute of limitations is a couple months at 12.
So I could just bust you in the head and not see you
Nigga,
for
I
2
said
months.
at 12, nigga.
What's statute of limitation now, coach?
Yeah, what is it?
Right now, the statute of limitations for you.
Nope.
You know what the crazy thing is?
It's about a
The
minute.
Yeah,
statute of
that
limitations. Hey, the older I got, nigga, the older I get, nigga, the statute of limitations gets lower, nigga.
Yeah, that's about
Hey,
a
you
minute.
punch me right now, I'll do nothing to you today. Hey, we good tomorrow.
That's
we,
a lie.
we straight
That's
tomorrow.
a fucking
Yeah,
lie.
get the
I'm gonna
fuck
come
out
in. What
of
up, King? My boy, you got me.
here.
You did
You
that.
ain't gonna do no shit like that.
Shout out to Nick. Thank you for the $5. If we ain't friends, it ain't friendly fade. Loke in the lunch table, that part.
Oh my god.
Man, my man Nick. You already know, Nick.
That was all of them.
No, it's one more that just came up. See.
I ain't putting that on a baseline there.
It was funny.
Shout out to Marcus Mitchell. Thank you for the $10, my boy. Appreciate that, man. We shall be trying to keep that lunch going. Shout out to Baseline. Thank you for the $2. Glasses got that Batman level of vengeance. It's not vengeance, dog. Vengeance is the wrong word.
That's the right word.
It's the wrong word. It's not vengeance, bro. It's justice. Like my body won't be harmonious if I don't do something.
That's what Batman call it too.
It's harmony.
Batman call it justice in his
Justice.
own mind.
Yeah,
But we all know what it is.
you have to have a harmonious relationship with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here, noon Pacific Standard Time on Digital Soapbox and on No Ceilings by Glasses Malone. Please know next week we're transferring over officially to the No Ceilings page by Glasses Malone. Somebody put it in the comments so everybody subscribe there. It's going to happen really fast, so you guys are going to have to be ready. We got some new content. If you're on YouTube, like this post. If you're on Facebook, like this post. If you're on Twitter, retweet the link. Let somebody else see it. We do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast. The No Ceilings podcast, executive produced by Charlamagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. I'm going to put it in the group chat.
What's the new schedule for next week?
Same schedule. We're not changing it.
Did I change it? Still Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
Yep. And we're going to do a dinner table if something big happens.
That's what you guys came up with yesterday when I was gone?
So we came up with total. We wanted to talk to everybody. We're going to talk about everybody with them on Friday.
Oh. You gonna be in Denver, ain't you?
Yep. Okay. Shout out to the mods. The mods could pin that for me. Yeah, yep. This is pretty good. We got 94 likes. Let's get to 100 likes before we get out of here. 1 minute, 60 seconds to get to 100 likes on the No
Double
Ceilings
tap the screen.
page.
If you want YouTube, double tap the screen.
You like King?
Huh?
You like the King?
I like both of them, digital and No Ceilings. What you gotta say about that now,
I
Cole?
ain't got nothing to say.
Why did you like both?
We
or
working
just
on the
one?
show for King because he's so confrontational. So
King want all
You
the smoke.
motherfuckers got me getting beat up by Will Smith, and
King
I'm
want all the
confrontational.
smoke.
Nah, I got you. I
you
got
act
you.
like Will Smith is a bitch or something.
See, you keep putting me in the corner like that, do I have to respond?
You could just say, "Hey, he's not a bitch." G, I don't quite know. But we're not saying that. We're saying you talking about him like you just.
How? What did I say? That man sound like he a bitch.
Because you start talking about the dress and you started to pop it. You know you got that old school mentality that if a nigga wear a
This nigga
dress.
said I started to pop it. I ain't. I said the nigga doing some weird shit.
Baseline said, King, I said I would jump in. He said he got your back.
Hey,
Shout out
no,
to Die
hey.
in the Sellers. Moses, you are making it. Glasses, you can't get J-Rock to pull up. I definitely could get J-Rock to pull up. That'd be cool. Tommy Rock to jump out. All right, much love to y'all. We out this thing in a minute.
All right, peace.
All right, brother.
Easy.